I see her rolling up over black Cadillac, high heel boots and a sexy body.
Oh, so I'm glad that we could do this when we are, because at 8 p.m. they're turning off our power for it'll at most 8 hours overnight. They're updating all the power lines nearby, making everything a bit more robust. But so they're rotating power outages in the middle of the night. I mean, like, do it at like midnight. Quit. Why are you doing it at 8 p.m.? It's like people are extremely active at 8 p.m. Not to mention, it's back up at like 87 degrees outside with a buttload of humidity. So we had to go by my mom's house and pick up my battery-powered fan, so we can at least have a fan to sleep with, But hopefully, I mean, maybe it'll only take like a couple hours and they're on, because they've been laying all the new stuff, but they have to connect it. Obviously, they can't just hook it all up and hope for the best. So in theory, it'll only be a few hours, because I can't sleep if it gets hot. It's like, I'm a hot person. I've got to have it at least somewhat cold, and the wifey can't sleep if there's no fan noise, and especially if like everything's out and there's no white noise at all, she's not going to sleep. Yeah. It'd be horrible. Not to mention also hot. So fun times. And they delayed it. It was supposed to be yesterday. It was originally supposed to be yesterday, and they had to move it to today. I was like, oh, that's even better, So, yay. Oh, I was supposed to go to
fucking fucky.
Yeah. And I was supposed to go to men's group tonight, but then I realized, I was like, wait, we normally get out of there at 8. That means Jessica will be sitting here alone in the dark for a bit, and then I have to struggle to get home because the power won't be on for the lights or anything. I was like, fuck. I was like, okay, I think I'm going to skip men's group tonight, unfortunately, even though I definitely need to talk with them about... one thing is that you're able to at least vent some stuff, but also, apply some godly stuff, learn things. It's like I'm not a super religious person, but I do believe, and I just have been very poor at practicing the concept over most of my life, but because my problem is with church, not with God. So it's a whole thing. I've talked about it here before, but the groups that we're a part of, and the church, they're spun off from an actual church that's trying to plant a new spot. So they're pre-growing people, so that when they finally have a place, they actually already have a built-in congregation. There's the word. So fun times. But yeah, with everything that's been going on in the last 2 weeks, man, it's been crazy. Like work threatening my job, all kinds of other shit. Last week, because we haven't been here for more than a week, Jessica had to finally get a cast on her foot, which means she can't do much because it's her right foot. So she's not supposed to be up and walking. She's not supposed to be driving or anything. And that was a surprise. She didn't know she was going in and going to be casted up. So last Wednesday was an incredibly stressful day running around trying to figure that out. I'm having a horrible day at work. They're threatening my job. And then she calls me, tells me she's stranded at the doctor's office. They're putting a cast on her foot, and she's going to need a ride somehow. And at that point, I didn't even know what doctor she was at or anything. I'm like, oh my God. And then after that, we had to get her a mobility scooter. Not one of the cool ones, but a knee scooter,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, which of course does so much good when you live on a third floor apartment. So that just lives in the trunk of the new car because it surprisingly fits. Perfect. I don't even have to fold it up. That thing has a huge trunk. So, good job, that car brand. The one good thing they managed to do. And then, so she's been getting around. I borrowed some crutches. By the way, we had to rent the scooter, which is affordable, but not cheap. And then, we're going to be borrowing a free one from a friend of mine. So we'll be able to return that shit. Cause we don't know at this point how long she's going to have to wear the cast. They estimated anywhere from 4 to 8 weeks, depending on how fast it's, because her foot's broken in 2 places. They think possibly a third. She just got a CT scan this morning to confirm, and they also wanted to see the blood flow because that'll determine how fast it heals. And with her lupus, she already heals slowly, but we generally don't deal with bones. We deal with like flesh wounds and the like. So, and she already has a degenerative joint disease, so fuck everything. So, and depending on if she's good or not, because she wants to go back to work immediately. Like, she's like, I just want to go back to work. I was like, you can't walk on your foot, dummy. It's like, and you can't drive. It's like, how are you supposed to get to work? You live 20 miles away from work. It's like, and nobody lives here that can give you a ride. So it's like, what the hell?
It's like a full cast or like a boot.
It's a full on cast from her toes up through her shin. You know, and because it's like the middle part of her foot that's broken, so they had to immobilize her ankle in the middle part of her foot and get it stuck at like 90 degrees so that shit would not do it. So she can wiggle her toes and whatnot, and she can move around, but she's not supposed to be walking or putting any weight on it because it's even in the cast, it's gonna move and it's gonna flex, and it's a small bone, so like and it's like right in the arch of your foot, so it's like you got to be careful, you know, because if she had never bothered to go get that MRI on her foot, then we wouldn't even know it was broken. It would probably heal all wrong, and she'd probably end up having to get surgery, which I'm sure that's cheap, to put pins in people's feet and whatnot, and I'm sure that recovery time isn't months. So, fun. That's how our last week went, is we got to do all of that on Wednesday. Not to mention all of the shit that went along with that. So last Wednesday, we sat down with the patrons and vented for like 2 hours. You know, told the whole story. Like, I have officially declared this year, 2023, as the worst year of my life. So it beat out 2013. 2013 was the previous worst year ever. So took a 10-year gap.
Yeah, they have patterns.
Yeah.
These things.
So, and then most of those things have been vented here on the Now You Made It Awkward podcast, which, guys, you can subscribe to if you're listening to this. And we are on episode 74. We are a week delayed, but it is what it is. I am Shoky. I am glad to be back because I missed doing the pod thing. And last week, literally, the one day we were set to record was the day everything went wrong. And there was no way to fix it, you know, and nobody else had the time to come back and attempt it again, so that's why it had to be completely delayed. Sorry about that, guys. Life is what happens when you're busy making plans, right? And that familiar voice on the other side there is our favorite Teen Wolf-shaped Taylor Swift fan, Dante the Destroyer.
What's up, y'all?
Yes, from the Off the Mats podcast, also from So You Like Horror, and of course Columpton Beer Club.
Might be making a return to Nerd Rage Radio this week as well.
Fun times.
Let me check my PTO.
Yeah. Make sure.
Well, because it was Bobby sent out a message in the chat. It was like, hey, you know, we're recording on Thursday at such time. I was like, we got a open seat if anyone's free. I was like, let me see. You know, I might be free.
Swing by.
You go. I know I have the time. It's just a matter of, you know, getting it approved, which they're pretty good about approving the time for me. It's just a matter of, like, I was hoping to have something by this afternoon so I can confirm with them. But chances are I'll be on Nerd Rage this week, or one of the upcoming episodes, I should say.
Oh yeah, you'll record Nerd Rage this week. Doesn't mean it's coming this week. Well, hell, I'll hop a plane. I'll come join y'all. They're really like, what the fuck? It's like, Dante told me. I just figured, fuck it, fuck life. Just hopped a fucking plane, took a day off.
Yeah. I decided, you know, I figured it'd be fun.
Yeah.
You know, why not?
Yeah, just fly to Maryland for a day and fly right back, as if that's cheap. Well, I'm sure there's a really, really cheap round trip situation, but yeah. Oh, and then you know, a pre-congratulations to my cousin Charlie, who's getting married this weekend. So he'll be. So this drops on Friday. They're getting married on Saturday. Not entirely certain why they decided to choose November 11th, but it is what it is. You know, it's not like that already has a very important day in history. So, well, but congrats to him and his upcoming bride. They've been working super hard for a year to get this shit together. Like, he only proposed last year, and they managed to slap this shit together in a year. Most people take like 2 years or so to get their shit together. So, good times, good times. Also, guys, if you would like to write into the show, you can do so at NowYouMadeItAwkwardMail@gmail.com with any comments, questions, topics, whatever you want to do. Once again, Jay used to write in all the time, but now he's busy all week with doing actual work, so he doesn't get to write in anymore, and I just see him on the live streams over on the It Doesn't Have to Make Sense channel on the weekends. So, hey, if you guys are interested in that, you can go subscribe to that channel if you want. You can also check out the Shoky Patreon, where you'll get the full uncut version of this podcast with video, so you can see Dante's blankie, which looks super comfy, I'm not gonna lie. If it wasn't 80 degrees in Texas right now, I'm sure I'd be curled up with something.
It's not bad here. It's just I run cold.
Yeah.
I don't have any anemia or whatever, anemic.
Well, if you are anemic, you probably would be cold.
Yeah,
you have low red blood cell count.
I'm just weirdly cold all the time.
That explains so much. You're a lizard. That's really what it is. You're a lizard person. Admit it. Admit it now.
I don't need you guys to find my mom Oprah and kill us.
Can't believe he went there. He admitted it, y'all.
Man, fuck her.
I mean, Detroit, right? No, she's from Chicago. I know. I'm making the joke that Detroit and Chicago constantly get mixed up. It's like, look, white people don't know the difference, okay?
Don't mix us up with them.
White people. It's like everybody thinks Chicago and Detroit are kind of like these things. It's like, no, they hate each other too. It's fine.
Oh, she was out here in Baltimore for a minute too.
Oh, was she?
Yeah, she was in Howard County where I graduated high school at, apparently.
See, so she's following you around, sort of, in a way.
She's trying to make sure I'm being quiet. Guess what, bitch?
Look, just try to get her land in Hawaii. That's all you really need. You don't have to worry about being cold there.
Yeah. Just get cooked or drowned.
One of them there things.
Yeah.
Oh, but yeah. So I think, I can't claim for sure, but I think next week for episode 75, probably we'll have more past guests and hopefully my own co-hosts back, since one of the major things that was holding one of them out of circulation is seemingly done now. So we'll see. And Mike was, like I said, Mike was supposed to come back last week to hang out. It just didn't work out because everything hit the fucking fan all at once. And you know what's fun? It's great if it's like one or two things, even three things. No, when it's 7 things in a single day, you know the universe hates you. All right, so okay, so on top of obviously all the nonsense that happened with that, been watching things, of course, like we do here. The Gen V finale was this past weekend. Fuck, that show just kept hitting like on all cylinders. Like it had some weird shit at the beginning of the episode, and you're like, or actually, technically, it was the end of the previous episode that rolled into the next one. You're like, okay, what's going on here? And then it just said, okay, we're going full on The Boys. Like it's kind of sort of been its own little thing, and then they just went full on The Boys. So if you are a fan of The Boys and you haven't watched Gen V, definitely suggest doing so. And it definitely sets up for a sequel, not to mention helps set up season 4 of The Boys. And some potential main problems that there will be happening in there. Not to mention we got some cool cameos in the finale. Let's see. Go ahead.
No, it's good. I actually haven't. We started episode 1, but like once we got started, life got super busy. We haven't sat down to watch anything.
Well, your October has been super busy since it's November now. You know,
Yeah.
You were very preoccupied with everything you had going in October as it was. Loki, the penultimate episode of Loki season 2, which I thought was the finale. I didn't realize, so I was like, I'm sitting there like, that's a fucking weird way to end this show. And I was like, oh, okay, there's one more episode. I was like, but I don't watch the trailers for the next episode because I don't want to be spoiled because they keep fucking doing trailers? That. There are trailers for the upcoming episodes. Yeah. It's good. Don't watch them because it'll give shit away. But where they did some really fun stuff, at least in my mind, because of course the show is about time travel and things like that, and it's about multiverse and all that stuff. To me, this was the first time the multiverse seemed like a real, actual thing that's going, or that is happening. Like, all the other multiverse movies, it's just kind of like, we're doing this, we're doing this. This movie felt like the multiverse saga is really moving.
Yeah, like previous multiverse things that were done in MCU felt like just kind of cheap cop outs. Like, if this doesn't work, who can just say, "Oh, well, it's the multiverse."
Yes.
Whereas this feels like they are now doing a dedicated story to build what's moving forward with this.
100%. And coincidentally, this weekend I finally watched Across the Spiderverse, which ties very much together with Loki season 2. Not in the direct sense, but the themes of the multiversal stuff and what Miguel O'Hara is doing and what he's trying to prevent. You see a lot of similar things, both in, now it makes sense with what happened in Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness, and then it makes sense.
What's funny?
Yeah.
That's what I got on in the background.
Oh, really?
For whatever goofy reason, I felt like putting on Doctor Strange. Because Sarah just got me the Scarlet Witch figure from that specific movie.
Nice.
Over the weekend. So I was like, you know what? Let me go back and revisit it. And then as it started, I was like, fuck, I remember I didn't like this.
See, I did. But that's me.
I like elements of it.
Yeah.
But I think it was the whole, like, the thing I told people not to do. Don't go in expecting anything. And I went in expecting stuff, and it didn't happen. I was like, this is horrible. But if you just go in and watch it, it's fine.
I have learned to turn it off now. And I just like, movie.
Yeah.
And I have a good time. But with that one also, I think it was just the raiminess got to me more than anything else. That's all it was. It's like I enjoyed the movie, but the whole like I'm sorry, I'm throwing Spider-Man into this one. So like rolling, if you think of No Way Home and then Multiverse of Madness, but also we know that those two movies are screwed up because they came out in the wrong order. So one thing's events were supposed to happen before the other, and they had to switch it, which made things really wonky. But with the main themes of what was going on between those shows and Across the Spider-Verse and now with Loki, you kind of see why the multiverse is such a treacherous and dangerous problem to have, even without Kang specifically. Like, Kang only really had the one episode, kind of, in this, when, whatever, He Who Remains, or whatever they want to call him in this one, Victor Timely. And with Jonathan Major's legal troubles not done yet, apparently, as of updated this week, the judge they threw out the motion to dismiss. They saying that they had certain evidence. They're like, nah, that doesn't count. And they're like, wait, what? I'm sorry. Hold on. No, this was our main evidence. They're like, no, it doesn't count. It doesn't prove anything. It's like, either way. So that's a mess again. I just caught up on that the other day. I was like, what? God damn it. It's like, because there's rumors now they're going to pivot from him to Doctor Doom. They're just going to abandon the multiverse shit and go directly into Doctor Doom and just leave Kang until later. I was just like, just replace him. It's like, keep the story going. Any other person can play Kang and it'll be okay. And then if he gets clear later, bring him back. You've got a while. You got at least 2 years. And the trials are happening now. Like, the next trial happens in like November 17th or something. So like he's back in court for it like this month. So if it clears out by the end of the year, Marvel just keeps steamrolling. Fucking push that shit ahead. And if not, oh well, we get somebody else. It doesn't matter. It's a multiverse thing.
I do think that with them kind of moving to Doctor Doom so swiftly, potentially, or not even potentially, looks like that's where we're going. Like, I think part of that too is they probably took a step back, was like, you know what, maybe we want to go this route anyway, or should have gone this route first, and then, kind of went Kang after. So now that they're looking at that, they're like, you know what, just fuck it, we got these problems, just force him in there instead of trying to be patient with it and replacing them.
Look, story over everything. I will never stop saying it. Story over everything. Personal drama, death, directors getting fired, story over everything. Make it make sense, make it work. Fuck everything else until it can happen.
I think they've gotten so full of themselves at this point, thinking, you know, because again with the Infinity Saga, I mean, they had us, and, and it was great. 23 films, fucking great.
20,
it all worked
22
out.
leading up to Captain Marvel. Just 23 was after the fact.
And then the thing is, it's like now afterwards, like, okay, well, we can do anything because people are going to see these movies no matter what. And it's like, kind of.
And speaking of that, whatever happened to Shang-Chi? He just disappeared. Like, no references, no cameos, nothing. Just farted into the wind. Like, where did happen to that guy in his movies?
Well, that was the thing too. It used to be where, you know, you have a character come up, you kind of get an idea of where they're going, like where that character is going to go. So that way, if another movie comes out, you know that this character is a part of that corner of the world.
Yeah.
Whereas Shang-Chi, it's like, okay, well, you know, what corner was he supposed to be in?
I think he was meant to be mystical realm, sort of. Like,
well, yeah, that would make sense.
Not
but it's like,
yeah, because they do the magic, you know, the whatever.
Because Wong came in and you know, scooped him up, and it's like, okay,
yeah. And we know he should have spent time at either Kamertage or New York or somewhere.
Yeah, and you know, I think that's what's most frustrating is like we saw where he went.
Yeah,
it's like, so
and
we've had movies,
and we know that was pre She-Hulk because both Wong and Bruce are in that, looking similar to how they did at the end of Shang-Chi. So Shang-Chi's movie was right before She-Hulk, give or take, and then he just disappears. So, I mean, who knows? Who even knows? And we lost that whole mystery of why the rings are giving off a signal and who they whatever. So we just kind of left that dangling. Like, they usually tie
very
up
sloppy.
some of their threads. Sloppy.
It's very sloppy.
Yeah, I think that's what happened when... Well, we've talked here lots about how Phase 4 just completely fell apart. Like, due to COVID, due to James Gunn, all these things. Just there was one domino after another that just completely screwed up their plans for Phase 4. And then the Fox merger changed everything again. So it's just like, okay, new plan. You know, we'll come back to this when we get a second.
Well, I think also with Phase 4, again, they were just kind of throwing so many things against the you know, board.
Yeah.
Where like, okay, this is all going to fall into place. And it's like, well, no, because, you know, what you had with the first 3 phases is you had, you know, Phase 1, Iron Man, Thor, Hulk, Captain America, then you get the Avengers. And then Phase 2, you start rolling out these other characters, but you still had those originals. In Phase 3, still the same thing, even with bringing in new characters. Now going into the new phases after the fact, it's like, well, what do you have left? You have Thor, you have Hulk, you have Hawkeye, and the thing is, you're not really kind of building anything with even those, because like Hawkeye, you know, he had his series, and I enjoyed that. You know, Hulk is doing whatever the fuck Hulk is doing apparently as a kid, you know. So he's out there,
Hulk's just living it up in Hawaii, really, is what he's doing. He's
out there fucking aliens and shit and getting other Hulk babies.
I mean, Natasha didn't want none, and then she died, so
yeah. So,
I feel bad for Bruce, gonna be honest. That'd have been a good smash.
Yeah, I'm fucking right, doggy.
And she was hot back then.
Yeah. Now she's just dead. But and then Thor, I mean, they just turned Thor into, like, I watched Thor Love and Thunder the other day.
I'm sorry.
Just to remember why I was angry. I was like, let me turn that on again.
I don't need to ever watch it again to know why I hate that movie. Like two I don't have to. There's 2 movies I'd never have to watch on the MCU again: Thor: Love and Thunder or Eternals. Either of those. Eternals just sucked. It wasn't bad. It just sucked. Like, Thor was bad. It was actively bad.
Yeah, Thor. There was nothing good that came out of it.
No, not true. Not true. Gore was good. Christian Bale's.
No. I mean, I'm talking about moving forward, though.
Oh, yeah. Nothing. There was nothing that came of it. Yeah, there was literally nothing.
Yeah, it was just a movie that, okay, Jane has cancer. Now she's Thor.
Jane's dead. Yeah, and Thor has a daughter, sort of. Oh, he gets Mjolnir coming back is literally the only change.
That's stupid.
It is.
That movie.
Yep, it's bad. I want to get Ultimate Thor to come in and kill this Thor and replace him. With a big giant fucking axe, like way beyond Stormbreaker and shit.
I'd be so happy.
But I have thoroughly, like, some people have kind of shit on this. Well, not really shit on, but like downgraded this Loki season because it was kind of slow and it didn't make sense. It's like, okay, but then you get down to where we are now. It's like, oh, it's like, oh yeah, remember storytelling, how that works, where everything doesn't just get spoon fed to you at the beginning.
Yeah, that's something that I've noticed has happened since the MCU has really become a thing too. Is people have lost patience
100%
for storytelling.
100%.
And granted, I know like when they did the shows that they came out with WandaVision first. It was supposed to be the Falcon and Winter Soldier
first,
and then WandaVision, but they dropped WandaVision first, and I enjoyed that because it was wacky. It was like it was weird, and I like Scarlet Witch. So I was like, I want to see where this goes. And yeah, I'm a fan of both those characters, and I had teammates messaging me constantly, like, "Dude, I don't understand. Like, what? Like, this show is so weird. I don't get it." It's like, well, it's one episode.
Like, they want it now.
After 2 episodes, they're still like, I don't get it. I'm done with this. It's like, okay,
it's kind of what you said. It's what Marvel's done before, So people just want it now, but also it's binging. It's the binging world that we lived in. But when a show's coming out week to week on streaming, people feel like it's a waste. It's like streaming just became new TV. You were used to it being an endless video rental store, and now it's TV. As like, oh no, you hate periodical things again. As like, things were arguably better, and you could gain more emotional ties to TV shows when you had time to live with what just happened. And also having the time to sit and talk with your friends and coworkers, because when it's a big show, everyone's talking about it. Water cooler talk, and you get to theorying, and you get to your I have these feelings and thoughts about this, and it builds so much. But when you just have all 6 hours or something thrown out there and you watch it in one day, it means nothing. Your brain doesn't even remember it. It's the fucking Michael Bay problem. It's like he throws so much flash at you so fast, your brain literally doesn't bother to store the information.
That's part of the issue I have with anything on Netflix.
Yeah.
Is when something would drop on a Friday, I'd wake up. I guess to drop at like 3 a.m. or something. I'd wake up the next morning, get my life moving along, and then I go to Facebook or some shit like while I'm sitting at work, and then all of a sudden it's like, all right, so let's talk about Daredevil season 1. It's like, let's not, dude. I
just started.
I haven't watched a single episode, dude.
It's the people who stay up and watch the whole damn season in the middle of the night, and it's before the crazy YouTubers do it. It's just normal people, and like binging some stuff is fine, like but it's got to be like something that doesn't matter. And I think but I guess it's different for everybody. But like that's why I like Amazon dropping stuff, Disney dropping stuff, even Netflix now dropping stuff weekly. Not always, but they have. HBO, of course, doing their thing. I mean, they haven't done shit since House of the Dragon and the not Walking Dead, the other one,
Last of Us.
Last of Us, which is still problematic in my mind, but I like the show overall. But I've gotten to an episodic mindset now, and I like it better.
Well, that was kind of the thing with like on Netflix. I think what was it? Fall of the House of Usher.
Yes,
came out.
We haven't watched it yet.
Beginning of October.
Yeah,
and I'm getting messages from people talking about, dude, have you watched it yet? Have you watched it yet? It's like, no, I haven't. I will watch busy. It. Like, and the thing is, I can't binge. I can't just sit and watch hours of something. I can watch 2, possibly 3 episodes of something if it's an hour long. Then the problem for me is that if I watch, like, let's say I do 2 episodes.
Sure.
That's, they're an hour, so that's a movie. I can absorb what I just watched.
Yeah.
And process it. If I watch 3, 4, 5 episodes in a row, I still haven't, I wasn't able to process what happened in the first episode. Getting introduced to characters, getting introduced to what the theme is going to be, and I'm proud of people who can do that. I'm just not that guy.
But people don't. That's the thing. Is like realistically, they're not storing all of that. They're keeping this particular moments and then like particular episodes. So like episode 1 is usually a pilot and some big stuff might happen there, or it's a slow plotting thing to set up episode 2. And then if it's really slow in plotting, they'll probably remember it. But if it's really fast as one big event, they're only going to remember that event. And that's all they're going to talk about. They're not going to talk about what the person was wearing and what it meant. And then the more that it, like you said, the more you cram into a certain amount of time. And don't get me wrong, like we've binged plenty of series. Like when Stranger Things came out, holy shit, we binged the hell out of that. And like, but that show I think was designed to be binged because people really did retain that info even after watching the whole season all at once, or 3 or 4 at a time like we did. We were doing 4 episodes a night. But it was,
I watched the first season and I loved it.
Mhm.
But I think after that, I think I'm
Season
also
2
kind
is
of
hard.
in this way. Well, I didn't even start season 2
Yeah.
because I think like everybody just dog piled on the season 1, like, oh my god, all these things, and it's like,
Yeah.
but then you start getting people asking like, dude, did you know this? Did you notice this? They want to talk about all these things. Like, I just like the show. I don't want to talk about all the other shit.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. I've got other shit to do with my life now.
That's what I do. Thanks for shitting on what I do, Dante.
Well, you
I'm
weren't
just
one of
kidding.
the ones that bombarded me.
I didn't know you
trust me.
then, to be fair, but
If
I
you
might
did,
have.
I would like, Shoky, chill.
I might have
I-
back
I-
then, to be honest.
I was just like, you know what? I don't have any interest anymore. Like
Yeah.
in the final season's coming up, and
Yeah.
even Sarah was excited. She's like, oh my god, I'm so excited. I was like, good, you can watch it by yourself.
I'll watch it. Sarah can watch it with us. We'll stream it together. We'll
I'll
find.
let
We'll,
her know.
there we go. We'll stream it together. But just going into it then, because we're on a Marvel topic here, the trailer for Echo came out this weekend, and I have literally zero interest in the character of Echo, but I am interested in seeing a lot more Kingpin. So, and I mean, it was already spoiled that Kingpin lived after Daredevil. So this is picking up after Daredevil, where she supposedly killed him. I mean, clearly she fucked him up because he's wearing an eye patch. So in theory, she shot his eye out, all Walking Dead style. Once again, somehow bringing back the Walking Dead. And I like the idea that she's also these street level normal people who just have exceptional skills is more attainable than superhero with the magic suit that he can just slap on due to CG. And I don't care that she's deaf, fine. And I guess Daredevil's going to slip in there a little bit here and there because it is taking place in New York. So in theory, we'll get some Daredevil cameos. But the funny thing is,
Be
this
a band. Call them the Helen Kellers.
you need a mute one too. But they wait, who would play the drums and who played the guitar? She can't be the singer, so it's gonna be no canceled.
Fuck them.
So either way, but I don't think the show's probably not going to have any major impact. But if it helps set up the Daredevil series that has had to go through a complete fucking redo now, from the ground up redo. But if you listen to the last episode where Mike broke it down, because he has contacts within the industry who broke down exactly what went wrong with the Daredevil reboot. And it was bad. It was really fucking bad. Vincent D'Onofrio almost fucking walked out. But apparently, that's nothing new because the Blade movie apparently is like in hell too right now. Fired a director. He's going to stay on as a producer, but they brought in another director. Apparently, it's gone through 4 rewrites, including one where potentially Blade wasn't even the main character. It's a fucking mess. Mahershala Ali was apparently pretty pissed off and almost walked off the set through some of the initial shit. And it's just like, oh my god. It's like, Marvel, get your head out of your ass. It's like,
So, well, real quick with Echo, one thing
Yes.
about that too that they did just put out is like this will be the first show or first MCU thing where you don't have to watch anything prior, and it won't really connect to anything after besides having Daredevil in it.
well, I mean,
So
like,
she's kind of isolated in her own thing. If it
if it fails,
probably
it
won't have a
fails.
season 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like,
Well,
we're gonna put this out there.
It doesn't necessarily need a season 2. It can be a singular run, and then her character just continues on in other shit. It doesn't mean she have to ever have her standalone thing again. Same thing with comics. It's like if they treated it more like an actual comic book run, and I've said this repeatedly, You put out series weekly, and then you build up different series that may have crossover and tie-ins on events, and all of it leads up to one big-ass event in 4 months where everything comes together. It would make so much more sense. It's like, but now that Kevin Feige's in charge of not just Marvel Studios, but in charge of Marvel Comics, things might start functioning differently. I don't know how they work that deal where Kevin Feige becomes the richest man in charge of comics ever.
I didn't know he was in charge of the comics.
It just happened. It just happened last week, I believe. Week before.
Okay.
He's now in charge of the creative direction over that. So realistically, we can have direct comic tie-ins to the world. So if they wanted to build up a different story without having to make a whole fucking TV show, you can just have comics that will tie directly into the movies and other shows. And I'm not upset about that.
The thing is, I think like sales are down for comics. People aren't really
They're always
flocking
down.
to those.
They're always
flocking
down.
to that much. And also, I mean, hopefully, with him taking over, maybe they'll get some like cohesive shit going on.
Yeah.
But it's almost like every other week it turn around. It's like a new reboot. Well, this was years ago. I don't know what they're doing now. It's like a new X-Men title. Oh, Fall of X. You know, Fall of this. Death of this. And it's like, dude,
Rise of this.
We just it's like, can I just get a story, a straight story, and then move on to the next one?
And if it's going to tie into something, honestly, it's a cool idea because if nothing else, if you don't have a movie or a series to fill out a connection, I mean, Star Wars has been doing it. Yeah. Like, there are Star Wars comics that tie into the shows. Like, it's like, because I think even the Black Chrysanthemum comic that came out not long ago is technically a prequel to Mando 3 where he comes in. And then the Mandalorian comics, I think, are sort of tied in. They're not just retelling the show. They're tied in almost like, because you got years of shit we never see. So fill it out with fucking comics. Who cares, right? You want to know how Hulk made a half Hulk alien baby? Make a comic about it at this point,
Well, I think the thing is, though, too, with some of the stories that they've done from the comics to the movies, or just that, there's stories that come from old comics. So now it's like you almost kind of retread a little bit what's already been done, and you're kind of rewriting it, which isn't a problem because, it's so many years later. But I don't know. Like,
if they're at a point, if they're at a point to reboot the comics anyways, tie it, and at that point just tie it with the things. Take a 2-month break and come back and tie it to the new movies. Not 100.
Well, if they do like a full like reboot and they say, look, this is it, we're starting here and let's go. Yeah. Fine. But if it's like, again, like you did with Marvel Now, and then there was another reboot after that, and everyone got number one issues again. And it's like, which Captain America is this?
Yeah, which one is this one? Is this the Nazi one or not the Nazi one? Which one is this? But here's the thing. Now that we know that animated, video game, movie, and possibly comic books are all within the Marvel multiverse, that's an easy tie-in. They can literally have comic book tie-ins. That's one great thing about Across the Spiderverse. It included virtually every canon. It showed live-action movies. It showed shit from video games. It showed shit from old-school 8-bit video games. It was crazy. It's like, so it proves that all of the Marvel multiverse, no matter what it is, and now we know there are multiverses, or it's a poly-multiverse is really what it is. So you have your animated shit, and we know that even within the animated shit, there's cartoon stuff, which is different. So that's what's crazy. So, and then we saw that with What If, because What If is sort of the Marvel universe, but animated. And by the way, they had a perfectly good big bad that they could have continued on in the live action shows if they had just followed What If. What is it? Infinite Ultron or Ultron Infinity, whatever they call him. Vision Ultron, whatever. That's a fantastic, damn near unstoppable enemy. And he's literally just on hiatus. He's just stuck out there. Wait, did What If season 2 ever drop, or are they still waiting on that?
It's supposed to be this summer.
Oh, that's
spring or
it. Got
summer,
it got
but
it got set
who
back like
knows?
everything else. So
Yeah.
and you know that'll be interesting to see what else is going on there because it's going to be new stuff and old stuff. Um,
Well, they leaked the episode titles.
yes, I remember that. I do remember that. It's
So
been a
I
minute.
don't know if they might have delayed it to maybe make some changes because season one has some episodes that didn't make the cut,
Yes, and they're rolling them
and
out later as yeah,
yeah, so
because
it could be
there
one
was
of
like the
those.
Gamora and Iron Man episode that never showed and stuff like that.
Yeah, because yeah, in the finale, or the 2-part finale where
Hmm.
you get Gamora as part of the Guardians of the Multiverse, and it's like, wait a minute, this
How
this
did
bitch
we
didn't even
get
have a fucking
here?
episode.
Yeah, how did we even get these characters? And they're so fucking important because it just got trimmed for time. Um, but speaking of things that are built into a multiverse of multimedia representation, did also see the Five Nights at Freddy movie while we were on hiatus, which I thoroughly enjoyed. I did a non spoiler review for it over on the main Shoky channel. But I enjoyed it. I thought it was well done. I know like there's these like super fans that are like nitpicking things. They're like this, and this, but the super fans are also loving it. But then there's like the casuals who are like talking shit. I'm like,
They can suck dicks.
it's like suck a dick. It's like I watched a few other like reviews where they're like, blah, 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 and it's like their main complaint was that it should have been rated R and had more violence. And be like, you clearly never played the games. The games are not uber violent. And like most of the violence happens in like little 8-bit cartoons where you're not really seeing shit.
Well, also, that's the thing that's always gotten under my skin with horror,
Hmm.
period, is that people are always like, well, horror needs to be rated R. Things need to be rated R. And it's like, not really.
Hmm.
I mean, you have a lot of good content that's PG-13. Sure, there's some good content that's PG. I think people try to get into this thing of like, I'm cooler because I like things that are more graphic or more
Gory or
bloody, yeah.
violent. Yeah.
And it's like, fuck all the way off.
These are the people who jerk off to Saw movies. You know, it's just like
Yeah.
and the movie had violence in it. I mean, mind you, it was borderline cartoon violence. You know, because like I mean, but I actually like the idea that it just because it's supposed to be viewed from the point of view of a kid in a way.
Yes.
So you don't see the violence, or you have a weird offset view of it. You see like a bloody hand streak down a window. You see a shadow of a person getting bit in half. We're like well past the thing now, and like the fact that like that's referencing a major event that happened in the actual canon, you know, is crazy because in that case, that particular bite, which is famous inside the series, didn't kill the person right away. It put them into a coma, and then they died later of the injuries. In this case, this bitch got bit in half. But also, dude, that was one of the better jump scares, even though they ruined it in the trailer. The hand coming out of the mouth and grabbing her.
Yeah.
Like, I'll say Blumhouse did a good fucking job with this. Like, really. And, like, and you've probably seen significantly more of their movies, but, like, this looked and felt like a Blumhouse film. Am I wrong in saying that?
Absolutely. No,
Yeah.
it did. It had the tone and everything.
It's like
It felt like
it's like a visual signature as well.
correct.
Yeah, and like I'm getting chills thinking about it. I was like, I just liked this movie. I was like, I'm not a massive fan. I know the lore, or at least the lore that everybody talks about. I've read the books. I've seen the gameplay, but like I'm not like my life doesn't depend on it. But like the technology put into it, the effort put into this was great. I mean, they altered the story because every time the story gets told, it's slightly different, which is also part of the lore. Because you don't know if you're seeing the real events or if you're being told the events in a different way. Because apparently the first like 6 games, maybe 5 games, aren't reality. They're games based on a true story, and it's not until you get to FNAF VR that you find that out. So all the FNAF games you've been playing have all been references to real life events that happened, but in video game form. So the idea of the pizzeria, the killer animatronics, all that is folklore or based on somewhat true events that people don't necessarily believe. But apparently, those things happened in that universe. And then the newer games are taking place in reality. So the books take place in a different timeline, or they're a different telling of the same story, because similar events, same characters, things like that, but told differently, including filling out a whole bunch of other crazy background lore that nobody would ever thought, because Scott is an insane person. The guy who writes it, he is nuts. And he likes to come up with all kinds of new shit, which is cool. Like, because like he kind of comes up with his own shit. Like, the reason why the animatronics are haunted isn't necessarily covered in the movie. You get the events that lead to them being haunted, but why they're haunted is not covered in this movie, because that's a later part of the story. So hopefully, I think a sequel has been greenlit. Potentially, I mean, they made like $200 million now, so I mean, they paid for themselves 10 times over. It was only a $20 million movie, which, how did they make this movie for $20 million? I don't know.
That's what Blumhouse kind of specializes at.
Yeah. Oh, and by the way, I found out how by watching some behind the scenes stuff. You know, they did build that pizzeria, right, in an abandoned Home Depot. So that's one gigantic indoor set, and they could build the entire multi-story pizzaplex situation inside that Home Depot, and that's how they did that shit. But there was a cameo in the movie that has come out now after it finally dropped, and Matt Pat from the Game Theory channel, who's been like the top theorist on FNAF stuff, he lied to everyone and basically made it look like he was not in the movie. He was in the very first scene filmed. Like, day one was his scene in the movie. He was the waiter in the diner. Later, when the bitch was trying to find a way to steal the kid from Mike. So the really weird ass waiter that came up to take their order was, you know, one of the biggest YouTubers that exists, and like he kept it a secret the whole time. And like he dropped behind the scenes footage of when he was there. He talked about all the stuff around it and everything else like that. Like they were so secretive about this shit that they left a car for him in a parking garage. They told him to go here, pick it up, follow these directions. It will get you to set. So he had to stay at a way offset hotel, pick up a car that was left for him, drive to an undisclosed location, and then I think he was led from there to where he was actually filming, and then he had a trailer on set for those 2 days, and then basically had to just go about his business. And he wasn't sworn to secrecy or anything. There was no reason he couldn't tell anybody. He chose not to, and then in doing so, they didn't promote that he was in it at all.
Well, I think also, I think that's really cool. Just, you know, him doing that, you know, just kind of not being told. So he was like, you know what, figuring, okay, well, look, if I'm being given these exact instructions, he's probably assuming, look, this is supposed to be quiet anyway. You know, that's something that I think we're missing a lot of in movies these days too, is like secrecy.
God, yeah. Like, people are paid to rat out everything Marvel.
Yeah.
Like, how else will we know everything that's going on behind the scenes right now? It's like, but this movie, so hush-hush, the biggest cameo was never featured. Like, all the other YouTuber cameos were featured in the trailer. So, like, the taxi cab driver, he's like another major FNAF Let's Player, Corey, ex-Kenshin. And then, like, all the other YouTubers who've ever really spent a lot of time were the employees of the month up on the wall in the restaurant. So that was their main cameos. And then Markiplier, who also super famous for playing the game, he was supposed to be the guard that dies at the beginning, but he had scheduling conflict and couldn't do it. That would have been so amazing to have him be the first person that dies, because he was one of the very first person to play the game on YouTube. It's like, so the fact that Scott and A24, or not A24, the Blumhouse worked so closely with the people who are fans of the games to make a movie for the fans was fantastic. No pun intended.
See, Blumhouse can do things right, you fuckers.
No, it's Joseph Gordon-Green they hate, not Blumhouse. It's just the one guy.
People have kind of gone at Blumhouse a little bit too, but it's mainly
they can eat dicks.
Him, David Gordon-Green, but people are like, "Oh, Blumhouse shouldn't be allowed to do." It's like, dude, shut the fuck up.
Come on,
then stop watching movies.
Find a new thing to live for. You know, come on. Speaking of murders and death, we started watching Only Murders in the Building. We started watching that yesterday, and I know a lot of people watch the show and enjoy it. It's weird, but it is enjoyable. I believe it's on Hulu. That's Martin Short, Steve Martin, and everybody's favorite Witch of Waverly Place. So Selena Gomez. That's if anybody wasn't missing that.
I was definitely missing that.
Sorry about that. Yes, Selena Gomez.
It's not Taylor Swift, so I don't know.
I literally was gonna say Taylor Swift. No wonder you don't know. Or I'm waiting for the Taylor cameo. They've had Sting in the show so far, so that's funny. Basically, a murder happens in their building, but all three of them are listening to a true crime podcast, and they find each other that way. Because it's one of those uptown fucking nice ass New York apartments where nobody fucking talks to each other because they're all fake and they all have money and whatever. So they end up coming together because something happens in the building, and they end up at dinner together, and they realize that they are all listening to the same podcast, and it just hit a moment where they're all like, and then the fire alarms got pulled in their building. So they're like, what the fuck? So that's how they bond, and then they discover there's a murder in their building, and then they start privately investigating it because it looked fishy, and then you start finding out where all the fishiness is coming. So they're actually trying to solve a thing, and they're making a podcast while they're trying to solve this murder. So it's funny. And everybody's pretty good at it, realistically. So we just started that. We're only on like episode 5, so we're getting into it. I think it's worth it. Let's see here. Only other things that's going on right now, because once again we haven't had time to catch up on anything. I got the second to last parts for my Ecto 1 build, so I'm literally only 1 month away from that build finally being finished and having a big ass Ecto 1 in my living room. For all the Ghostbusters fans out there. The build log video will be up sometime this week when I get a chance to edit it. It's pretty cool, like building the roof box at this point, like all the crazy shit. It's like you just kind of see the car in general in Ghostbusters, and you don't think about most of the stuff. And then when you have to build it, and you're like, "That's what this is? Like, what the fuck is this thing? This was on the car all this time? What the fuck?" So that's where I'm at, and it's crazy because this has been literally about 3 years in the making because it went on pause while Eagle Moss was shut down. So I didn't get to build on it for like a year. So that sucked. And it survived a move. And by the way, that thing is heavy. It's 1/10 scale. So it's you think of a normal like car you buy at Walmart or whatever. It's 124, give or take. So that's a decent sized little car. An Ecto 1 would be about yay big in 124. It's 1/10 scale. It's this fucking big. And it's made of metal. And it is heavy as fuck. Like I'm literally like,
it's a bit much.
But it's cool. It lights up, makes sounds, does all the things. Except for the 2 lights that don't work. That's an LED problem. I did get my New Age Swoop, so I'm continuing my New Age Dinobots, and he's a really good fucking figure. And I've started buying my shit directly from fucking China now instead of supporting American after all the times I said it. But the fucking markup is so goddamn ridiculous through American retailers. Like, the thing is, it's only like a $60 figure, and we're charging $120, $130 for it here because of all the bullshit. It's like, come on, man. I mean, Bobby's talked about it a lot on Sit Down Saturdays and stuff like that, and there's something going on that they're like the Show Z is somehow the only retailer allowed to charge basically a little over cost, and everyone else is fucked. Like, all American retailers are all now on the same page. It used to be this guy was $20 cheaper, this guy was $40 cheaper. Now they're all on the same price, but Show Z is like 40% less. So some shenanigans are happening there. Let's be honest here. Also, I'm nearly done with my Gargoyles collection. So I just got Elisa. So now I need Xanatos and I think just Lexington, and I'm technically done. You know, I don't need every character. I mean, that's literally all the core characters, and I'm good, right? But I did get my final Universal Monsters figure. I got my Creature from the Black Lagoon. So
nice.
that shelf is done collecting-wise. It's like just collecting-wise. So then I have to figure out diorama situation at some point with all these figures. And I will be nearly done with my Ninja Turtles figures if I'm... Like, basically, I just want a movie 2 April, a movie 3 Casey, and maybe a movie 3 Casey. I'm not sure. We'll see. But other than that, like my Ninja Turtles collection's essentially done at this point. I don't need much else. Oh, wait, nope. I need a Tatsu. I need a Tatsu for movie 1 and movie 2. They have not done his character for whatever reason. That's Shredder's side guy, you know?
Yeah.
Looks kind of like you, but Asian.
I'm familiar with the character.
Yes.
Um,
That's just where my brain went. I was like, it's got the robes.
I'm shocked that
everything.
they didn't make him, like they haven't made one yet.
There's got to be something with his likeness because they're making him look like the real character, real actors and stuff, and so that's why it took a while to get Judith Hogue to sign up to do her April character, but they don't have what's her face who played April in the other 2 movies, so she has not signed up to be April yet. So we'll see what happens there. I mean, Ernie Reyes Jr. eventually released, so there'll be a Kino, who looks odd, if I'm honest, but it's cool to have the character. We need a new Danny because the one they gave us is bullshit because he's based on the John Connor mold, which is too small for the actual character. So that's retarded, and they need to fix it. But basically, that collection is essentially done. So now I'm just waiting to finish my Power Rangers collection, which I've only got a handful of characters there. And then only a handful of Transformers. So like a lot of other people, I'm kind of done with a lot of my core collecting. Now I just need to sort and make happy different things, And like speaking of which, I've worked on my hats over here. I've now determined how many hats I actually have, and it's less than I thought, but still an absurd number. I'm up to 15 of those Scally caps that I've got. And I just
solid number.
I mean it is, but you gotta have them for different outfits. I'm wearing one to the wedding because it matches my vest. I ordered it specifically because it matches the vest I'm wearing in the wedding. So I was like, hey, why not, right? And some are heavier for fucking winter. Some of them are lighter for summer. Some of them are waterproof or sweatproof. It is what it is. And then other than that, the only other thing we've been up to this weekend because we were so fucking stressed for we need something to de-stress a little bit. And it's been a while since I've done any gaming. I almost bought the new Spider-Man game. Almost got into the PS5 Spider-Man games. I still want to, but I don't have the time suck for that right now. So went back to playing Power Wash Simulator because apparently we never finished the game. And if you never played it, it is literally just zone the fuck out and don't think about anything. And it's exactly what it says. You're just fucking power washing shit. There's nothing more, nothing less, but you can download cool DLC. Like we just finished the Laura Croft mansion set, so you basically clear like the entire courtyard, the hedge maze, their whole collection shit, her vehicles. Like it's kind of fun. Like it's just like they have these tie-ins. We're doing the Final Fantasy VII tie-in right now, which is kind of cool. It's like what the fuck? We don't even need to. There's a SpongeBob one they just dropped. I was like, I don't know if I actually need to clean SpongeBob house for $7, but I might. It's literally just a zone out, chill. Like not have to think about anything, don't have to stress about anything, and like the wifey enjoys. She gets obsessed, dude. I thought I was obsessed with it. She cleared more of the game than I did. Like I think I went to work one Saturday. She was playing before I left. She was still playing when I got home. She never stopped. I was like, she stopped to smoke and pee, and that was it. It's like she really, really needed that fucking zone out. So okay, and with that, I mean that's it for me catching up recently. So what's been going on with you, bud? We haven't talked in a little bit.
Lots of recording, like lots of podcasts. Spooky season. So for most normies, spooky season has ended, but for me, it still continues. But I did. I was over on MPSP's episode for Freddy Krueger. We're talking about A Nightmare on Elm Street. So
Nice.
Did that episode. That was a lot of fun, actually. Nick messaged me and was like, yeah, like we're supposed to like talk beforehand and kind of go over, some notes. He was like, yeah, sorry I didn't get to catch up to you. We're just going to kind of just shoot the shit in freestyle. I was like, man, perfect.
Yeah,
Perfect.
I've not been on that show in a few years. I haven't talked to those guys in a long time.
We ended up actually talking. We eventually got to Nightmare on Elm Street, but we ended up actually doing a big UFC talk for a minute, me and Sam. It was like, oh, okay. We started talking about like jiu-jitsu, wrestling, fighting in general, like some old MMA. So did that. Um, not really much in the collecting world for me right now. Just no legends that I want that are out. Sarah got me to one Scarlet Witch, but other than that, that was just kind of a fluke. Like, oh shit, look at this. Mostly, like I said, just recording and jiu-jitsu. Re-injured my shoulder, so I'm gonna see what comes of that. I think at this point, I'm probably gonna have to take some time off, even though I just got back to the
Yeah, you
mats
just
relatively
went back a couple
consistently.
months ago.
Yeah, so I'm disappointed because I don't. That's the thing with my shoulder. Nothing happened specifically
Hmm.
that caused the injury. So, like, I came home one day,
It's
my
just old and
shoulder was doing
trash.
like it felt funky, and I was like, I moved a little bit and it popped, and I was like, oh, it feels like, oh, it might have been slightly out of socket,
Mm.
and it felt like, okay, it went back in, and it felt good for like the next few days,
Yeah.
and it just became this nagging pain ever since.
Mm.
And I learned to kind of, because that's what happens with me in injuries. I figure out ways to get around those injuries and continue doing the things I like to do.
Yeah.
My shoulder being no exception. And during sparring, perfect, not a problem. I actually did very well despite only having one arm. Then when I went to do my one-on-one, coach was trying to show something. He cranked on my shoulder, and I was like, "Fuck!" And from that point, it's been kind of like out of sorts. And then I trained again this weekend, and still business as usual. Protect the shoulder. I still did really well, but I just didn't feel. I felt kind of mentally out of sorts. But I think part of that was all the recording I've been doing lately. I've I've been up late doing most of the recording.
Yeah.
We did the So You Like Horror episode for the 2020s,
Hmm.
and I recorded with a friend over in California, and they're 3 hours behind me. So
Oof. Yeah.
with him, he couldn't start until 7:30, which was 10:30 for
That's
me.
10:30 for you. God damn.
hmm And usually with him, like we record for about 2 hours, and then we end up talking for another 2 hours.
I have no
And
idea
then
what that's like.
even with the recording, I'm kind of like we touched on a lot of cool topics, but we missed some fucking major points about this decade in horror.
Yeah.
And I'm like, shit, I might have to redo this shit with him. He was like, because like we're talking, he's like, look, dude, if it sounds weird, we can redo it. I'm like, playing it back, I'm like, dude, we missed the biggest fucking thing was like, you know, digital, like, the AI and everything kind of
Mm.
incorporated into horror, because we're talking about, one of the things is now that we've done 100 years of horror, like, where do we think horror is going to go the rest of this decade? And I don't know why my brain fucking just shit the bed there, not even thinking about AI, because we've had it before in the past, and even recently with the most recent Child's Play in 2019, Megan earlier this year,
Yep.
and the sequel that's coming, and now they're talking about a Megan and Chucky kind of,
Crossover.
yeah. So it's like my brain for whatever reason didn't connect, and I
Oh,
didn't even talk about that.
that's right. Because the new one is it the new series or was it the movie where he's like an AI situation? He was like tapped into like a home AI situation.
So the 2019 movie was the
Movie.
AI
Okay,
one,
that's what I thought. That's what I thought.
which
Okay.
they could have got away with not calling it. Well, so I guess the whole thing with Child's Play versus Chucky is that the Child's Play rights belong to the studio,
Yeah.
but Chucky itself did not. So they're able to do all those Chucky movies through the 90s and 2000s and the series,
Oh.
but Child's Play could be something completely different, which is what they went and did. And
Okay.
it's like they could have, I mean, essentially it was Megan, basically,
Yeah.
what it was. Megan did it better though.
Hmm.
So, you know, we we stayed up late doing that, and then
Oh.
the next few days I was just kind of in a fucking
I do have a question.
zombie.
Since I haven't
Yeah, yeah.
since I haven't seen it, is it possible that Megan is just another part of the Marvel multiverse and she's a Scarlet Witch, dreamwalking there?
I wish. Like, look, man, I love me some Scarlet Witch, and I like Elizabeth Olsen.
Yeah.
Like, make it happen.
Mm-hmm.
What, like, oh yeah, that was Blumhouse. I was like, what studio?
Yep.
Yeah, Blumhouse, of course.
Like, take a
Um,
big guess.
Actually, and right now, what I'm trying to do is figure out my themes for 2024 for So You Like Horror.
Yeah.
Um, right now, it's between either doing Final Girls, doing a Final Girl each month,
Mm-hmm.
and kind of going over that whole thing, or doing cursed movies.
Yeah. Like
And
like movies about curses or movies that bad shit has happened.
yes, bad shit have happened.
Because you could kind of do both.
So,
So can I make one suggestion that would be fun?
what's up?
You know, other haunted things. So get our FNAF and our Willy's Wonderland reviews together in one book.
Like, I haven't.
Have you seen
watched
Willy's?
I have not. It's been on my
awesome.
radar.
It's awesome,
I've just
dude.
not sat down to do. I think part of what it was, like, Phil kept pushing me to do it.
Oh yeah,
Like,
you don't
he's
want to
like,
be
"Yo, you
pushed.
gotta
Okay,
watch it, you gotta watch
so
it."
so I won't push it, but like even in my review, I said, look, if you really want the uber violence that you wanted from FNAF, just go watch Willy's Wonderland. It's uber violent. It is like stupid, but also like Nick Cage is fantastic for a character that has no speaking lines. It's great. It's fun. It is a fun movie.
And I think that's part of it too. Is like, so that sells me there more than like just being, to like, yo, you got to check it out. Nicolas Cage is fantastic, and it's like, okay, like, that's cool. I like Face Off as well.
Yeah,
But
there is some of that.
it's there.
Yeah.
It's there. I haven't, and I just actually scrolled past it a couple nights ago, and I was like, one day.
It is definitely worth a good sit down. Like I've watched it because I watched a review of it, and that it made it. It's like I was like, this sounds fucking dumb. They're just copying Freddy's, and then I watched a review of it. It's like, I'm watching this movie tomorrow. And I was like, this looks fucking cool. I was like, I thought it was gonna be stupid, and it wasn't. It was a lot of fun, and could have sequel potential. In theory, if they really wanted to.
But yeah, like right now, I'm trying to figure out what I want to do for 2024, because it wasn't even a thing to have themes for that show until this year. And I was like, well, you know what? It was fun because at least I had an idea of where I was going.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like at least one episode per month. I knew, like, okay, we're talking about this. Whereas, like, any other time, it was really just kind of me waking up and saying, you know what I think we should talk about? Let's talk about witches. And then I call someone like, hey, you want to do a witch episode with me? And they're like, yeah, we just came from Salem. Okay, cool. They're like, you want to do a vampire episode? Okay, cool. I still have a werewolf episode with Phil that I never released.
Oh, really?
And a couple people have asked about, and I'm like, I'll put it out one day, probably very soon, just because I know there's going to be this weird spot in December.
You need a gap filler.
Yeah, so it's like, okay, because holidays and everything are coming up, so
Sure.
It's gonna, like, I want to get Phil, my friend Teresa and Sarah together because they're my
Dream
original
team.
like co-hosts. And I was supposed to be alternating with, as each month will go by, I would do one with like someone that's not fully attached, and then do an episode with them, one of them, and then it just kind of got weird this year because I think Phil only wanted to do like the 80s. He didn't want to do any other like decade episodes. So I was like, okay. And then Teresa, she was supposed to do one decade. She ended up with the conflict in the schedule, and then Sarah ended up filling in for a lot of those gaps. And it's like, well, shit. So I want to try to get back to getting them all involved as well, because for Phil, his episodes, it's usually him and Joe.
Yeah.
And Joe doesn't leave the house, so we go up to Joe.
Yeah.
And I think, like, I don't even think I'm going to have anything planned for them until February anyway, because I know we talked about doing kind of a movie commentary thing. I know Phil's really excited about that. I'm not exactly crazy about it, just because if there's a movie on, I want to watch the movie.
Yeah.
I don't really want to talk about the movie.
I mean, you're kind of supposed to be watching / talking about it. It's basically a podcast during a movie. I mean, but put on something you don't have to be invested in. That's the hard part. Yeah.
Well, yeah, it is. I mean, and that's the thing. It's like almost any horror movie, if it's on, I'm going to want to like be kind of dialed in a little bit and
Yeah.
watching it. But we'll figure it out.
Yeah, you got this.
Um,
I believe in you. I believe in your power of forgetting what's scheduled when.
Thank you. My daughter said that too. She said she believed in me as well. I don't believe her, but she said
You
she
don't
believed
believe in her that believes in you.
me.
It's the opposite of
Yeah,
Gurren Lagann situation here.
no,
Oh,
she's
by
like,
the way,
I believe you, Daddy.
I do want to. I forgot. We should have mentioned this earlier on. Happy birthday to the big pink one. It's Chris Pinkerton's birthday today.
Pinkerton.
If you're
Yes, sir.
nasty. So I saw that in the realm. Like I don't get the notification like when I open my Facebook first thing in the morning anymore. I see other people post and they go, "Oh,
Yeah.
it's not there." Oh, and also fuck Facebook and they're getting rid of the back button. That is
Yes.
yeah, that is causing so many fucking problems and everyone hates it. And I swear for like 2 minutes last night it was working normal, and then it went back to shit.
Yeah, it was.
Did it? Did it?
was.
Okay, so it's not just me. It did. They did fix it and then it went back.
Well, because when I put up my post about it, it started working.
Oh,
And I
you
was
did
like,
it too?
well,
Okay.
I was like, should I delete that post now? And then it stopped working.
I
was
did
like,
the same
never
thing, and I
mind.
deleted my comment at it. It was like I've made a comment. Never mind, it's working, and then it went back, and I was like, it's like they're mocking us. It's like
Yeah,
it's
they know.
massive meme potential. Like there's so much of that.
Yeah, fuck them. But yeah, that's been kind of the big stuff right now, and just getting my guests set up for off the mats. I got quite a few guests upcoming that I'm excited about, and really kind of what's up.
Did you ever get a hold of the celebrity you had as an idea?
Oh, not yet.
Okay,
Not yet.
I
I have
yeah.
not haven't reached out, but I got a feeling that it could happen. But the thing is, for that to happen on my end,
Uh-huh.
is I want to be fully prepared.
Yeah, do your research and get everything together.
Even though the show is very conversational and I kind of let the guests steer where they want to go with conversation, I don't have any problem with that at all.
Yeah.
I think there's certain guests, especially if you're a celebrity, like you come on with a different expectation of like
More of an
have your shit
interview.
together,
Yeah.
interview me type style. Because I've had people email me, and they're not necessarily celebrities, but I've had people with like assistants, like email me asking about getting their guy or gal on the show.
Oh wow.
And I told them I don't have a problem with it, but have you listened to my show?
Yeah, listen to the show first, and then not Columpton. Don't listen. No, off the mats. Listen to off the mats, and then
Don't listen
not
to
Columpton. Columpton is unaffiliated. Wink, wink.
You listen to Columpton, you're like, fuck this guy. But no, only like
no,
I
it'd
think
be
I,
also if they want to come on Columpton. They're like,
So I've had people,
Yeah.
like they're like, dude, I want to go on there. It's like, that's not necessarily built for like guests.
I mean, I'm gonna end up there whenever I come up to visit. I'm gonna
Well,
be.
yeah,
It's like we're gonna get some fucking beers and we're gonna have some fucking Columpton time.
but the thing is, for you, like you fit in. Like
Yeah.
you're like,
Oh, thanks.
You're in. Like versus, I don't know if that's necessarily a compliment though.
Yeah. Well, I
like
fit
you
in
fit
for
in with
half of it anyways. The sports talk, I'll be like, yeah.
Well, and
Fuck
even
the
with
Ravens.
The sports talk can kind of become one of those things where it can still be steered until Steve starts talking stats. Then it's like, dude, shut the fuck up,
Yeah.
nerd.
Yeah.
But
in general, like I mean, I can fit in virtually anywhere. I can just talk about anything, which is why it's like if you know enough about stuff and you invest time in enough time in other people to learn the things they like so that you can talk with them, then you can have some shit. Like if I haven't been listening to Columpton and I just come on there and have no fucking clue what you guys do, then I'd be like, okay, beer's good. Steve's fucking weird. What's going on with this basement?
like this is cool, Steve. If you have a monotone, like speak up.
Sounds like Jamie.
Young Jamie.
Young Jamie.
But one of my teammates, he really wants to come on Columpton, and I'm like, okay, that's perfectly fine, but you must understand, as a guest, we don't care that you're there.
Yeah.
We're going to still drink beer. We're going to still talk sports. We're going to still talk about Britney Spears. We're going to still talk a lot of shit.
Fucking Brittany,
And you
man.
can join in.
Jesus
No.
Christ, what's going on there?
My Facebook had, because there's, I guess, all these ads, like the magazine tabloid ad like sites. So every time I go on Facebook, there's another post saying, there was one that specifically bugged me. because there's no evidence
Mm.
other than just someone saying it. Someone, I guess, I don't know if it was an article, whatever it was, they're basically saying Justin Timberlake is mad because Britney's book ruined his anniversary.
Okay.
And so I read the article. I was like, I don't
Yeah.
read articles. If you know anything from Nerd Rage Radio and the
Yeah.
post on Facebook, I don't read the
Didn't read the
articles.
article. Yeah, that's usually the headline.
I let you know. I
Yeah.
didn't read. This you fuckers read and tell me. So I read the article
Yeah.
because I started thinking, was like did he come out and say he was mad? Who said he's mad? So I'm reading the article. Nowhere in the article does it say that. So I
Yeah.
go to the comments.
Yeah.
Because I want to see if anybody else peeped that as well. And obviously everyone's going to be, slobbing on Britney's nuts. So there was one person that brought something similar of that up, and I was going to kind of go and I was like, I don't need these harpies attacking me.
Yeah.
But it's like nonstop, constantly every other post when I log on is this stupid Britney book. And it's like,
You and I have very different feeds, my friend.
no, well, so no, it's like
Mine's
feed
mine's
is
hat
usually-
ads and Star Trek.
So mine, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Mine are usually like fucked up memes and recipes.
Yeah, thanks for that.
and-
Now that's all. All I had to do was click on one of your things, and I was getting nothing but vulgar chef. And like now I follow them because I was like, that actually looks good. It's like some of those recipes aren't jokes. It's like that's fucking great. I'm gonna make that next week.
The fucking the flaming hot Cheeto fucking shake or whatever the fuck.
I know
that's what
people.
was like,
I know people who would eat that. That's the fucked up part.
I know a couple people as well, unfortunately, and I wish that I didn't.
Phil and Joe. No, I'm just kidding.
Phil would no. Phil's more of a sweet tooth.
Phil,
kind of guy,
Phil,
so-
yeah, but it would have to be like a really sweet milkshake with the or a frap or whatever with the fucking. It might. Damn it! No, I'm not gonna talk myself into trying that. No, fuck that. I try weird shit, but there's some of that stuff that is disgusting. But some of the stuff like with the pickle dogs and stuff like that, I'm kind of on board.
So those aren't terrible. Those
No.
are just like
So that's just fair
different.
food. That's just shit you get at a
Yeah.
fucking county fair situation.
Yeah.
Like I'm on board.
But yeah, that's most of my feed is like that, MMA, and yeah, and now for some reason I'm getting a bunch of shit from Variety and whatever. other
They're
magazines are.
pushing a lot right now. They're selling because I got a buttload of Variety ads today. So it's them advertising is really what it's doing.
and it's all Britney or Jada, and I'm like, look, I don't care about any of their memoirs. I don't.
Especially
So stop.
Jada.
Yeah, especially her. Like, for fuck's sake, like, please just go away. I get it. Like, y'all are older celebrities now, and you're kind of out of the light, so nobody knows about you or care about you anymore.
Need a new
Let's
controversy.
keep it that way.
Yep.
Like, yeah, they're like, let's find something to be controversial about. You know what? And I brought this up on Columpton a couple weeks back when we were talking about Britney. Before the book came out, she was like playing with knives and shit and being weird.
Yep.
That's what she does.
Yep.
And the thing I was like, everybody's like out there, free Britney, like get rid of that conservatorship. And like after that shit like was gotten rid of, it was like, no, that bitch needs someone to look over her.
No, yeah,
And I was
now,
like,
now we all believe it. Yeah.
Yeah. And then I was like, you know what? During that whole Britney Christina era, it was like, oh, Britney.
Yeah.
And like Christina kind of fell by the wayside. I was like, I follow Christina Aguilera, and like she's still doing it. It's like, look at this girl.
Normal. Like she's.
Yeah.
I mean, there's been some like bullshit controversy with her over time. Whoop-de-doo, who cares? But it's not like. Wait, was it her and what's his face on the Voice, Blake Shelton?
No, that was Gwen Stefani.
Gwen. I mean, they look the fucking same. It's hard. I always forget which
I was
one's
gonna
which.
say the blondes.
I mean, he left one blonde for another blonde. That was technically more famous.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean, it worked out. I guess, I don't know.
yeah,
I mean,
but yeah,
she's
but
pretty.
you're right though. The Britney Christina thing. It was just that was how to sell fucking tickets. I mean,
Of course.
dude, have you seen this meme that I saw the other day? It's the like time traveler situation or somebody who just woke up from a coma. It's like Backstreet Boys are going on tour. Britney's in the news. There's a Halloween movie in theaters and all this other stuff. It's like, what year is it? It's like we're stuck in perpetual 1999. It's like we peaked.
Yeah, no
we
shit.
peaked and we keep going back. Dude, Creed is going back on tour. Minus one of the original. Like minus one original member who's dead now, but you know.
Actually, I do remember seeing that because I have a friend who was really excited about it. And I was like,
I mean,
okay.
Creed was the shit for like a long fucking time.
Yeah.
Now, remember when you used to talk shit about Taylor Swift? We're gonna have to get you. We're gonna make you a Creedy.
No, that's not going to happen.
It's not the same. It's not the same power. I know.
I knew back then I didn't have any interest, and I know now that I still don't. At least Taylor Swift, I was tricked because I didn't understand that some of those songs that were hitting on like the radio, I didn't know that was Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
You know, I'd be in the supermarket like bopping, like, damn, this is a good song. And then I play shit on my fucking phone. It's like, holy shit, that was Taylor Swift the whole time.
Dude, I heard I've had Anti-Hero stuck in my head for a couple of days for like no reason, and then on the way home,
now it's stuck.
I'm sorry, but it was stuck in my head. I didn't even. Oh, it was on a commercial. It keeps playing on a commercial on Hulu. Y'all can't see the pain he's in right now. But the thing is, it's a fucking bop. It really fucking is, and it's got that it's got that 80s synth vibe going on because she knows how to capture the fucking waves that are rolling, and so she jumped on that fucking retro wave and is on top of it. And it's not a bad song, and also like I like it when she gets into her lower range at the end of the verse. It's fucking cool. Yep. She's fucking dynamic. And I hate that we're talking about Taylor Swift, but the thing is, I had it stuck in my head from a commercial, and then it came on the radio, and I'm like, is this a song I think it is? And then it gets to the chorus, and I'm like, yep, it fucking is. You know, and it's just like, and every time I hear Taylor Swift now, I think of Dante. So we it's like it's a thing.
Dude,
I keep making memes about it. I was gonna take the memes that I made yesterday and do an anti-hero one. I just hadn't gotten there yet.
I hear at least 3 Taylor Swift songs per day in the van while driving.
Yep.
And it's my phone. I'm under control of it. These are my choices. I can't help who I am.
It's still not a terrible choice. It's a weird choice, but it's not a terrible choice. Weird doesn't mean bad.
Well, if you see the shit that's on any of my playlists, it's actually not that weird. It actually kind of
now I want to
fits.
know. Now I want to know what else is on the playlist.
Dude, it's just any random time. I think I've been on an Erykah Badu kick like the last 4 days too. So
okay, well that's
like,
not hateful in any way.
It goes from like a Taylor Swift song to Erykah Badu to Slaughterhouse, you know, then to Portishead, you know. So it's like I'm all over the place.
I mean, she hasn't worked with Slaughterhouse yet. I mean, give her time.
Oh, I would love it.
Taylor Swift and Slaughterhouse.
Oh, dude, I would be okay with like dying at that moment.
Anti-hero Slaughterhouse remix.
Bring it.
That's like, honestly, I was like, I hate that this will probably happen, but I mean, like, you can throw it in the AI generator, it'll fucking do it. I've seen some insane AI bullshit coming out lately, so they could do it.
It's like as I'm just like scrolling around, it's like just like super random. Amy Winehouse, Billie Eilish, Human League, Kanye. It is like just randomly, but then Taylor Swift gets in there a lot more than any of the others. I think I have more Kanye and Taylor Swift in the playlist than probably. Nope, Mariah, because I'm a big Mariah fan, except for that Christmas song.
There's a few remixes of it, but I'm not saying anything that's like especially like official Slaughterhouse. But there's a lot of fucking. There's a lot of anti-hero remixes. There's a Crank That remix. Illenium. That's just a whole fucking album. I ain't worried about that shit. And I like how she got to re-release her own music again once she got it back. That was always fun. Like, she's one of the only people who stood up to the fucking industry and won. That's what's crazy. It's like...
Well, I think that's a big thing with, like, you know, and for people who would think like, oh, you know, I'm not a Taylor Swift fan, and you don't have to be a fan to respect the fact that she was like, fuck this, I'm not standing for it, and she fought back, and she's winning. It's
a fucking hustle, dude. Like, she fucking works her ass off, and now she's a billionaire, actually. As of the movie sales from from 2 weekends ago, when the movie opened, she's a fucking billionaire now.
Good for her.
A little bit behind Kendall and Kylie Jenner, but you know, it's still actually real. You know, it is what it is. You know, extra fucking hustle. She's heading for that Beyonce money one day. Oh, Beyonce's movie's coming now too. Now you've got a Beyonce movie coming too. I saw a trailer for that while I was at FNAF.
Of course, that's my next deep dive is Beyonce, because I need to understand. Like I think I have her first album. I like Beyonce back then, but it turned into
It's
something
the same.
else.
It's the same. It's the same concept, but different starting point.
Well, yeah, I get musically, yeah, it's
Yeah,
all
yeah,
still
yeah.
the same,
It's the same.
but
It's the
it's
same
like
thing Taylor does. She just knows how to ride the wave, but Taylor's not married to Jay-Z, so I mean,
like
she's hindered in that way.
like
She's
the
hindered by
like
not being married to Jay-Z, as we all
um
are. We're all hindered by
yeah.
not being married to Jay-Z. Like
I tried. It got weird.
the most potent fucking power couple in music, realistically.
No shit.
Jesus
Um,
Christ, they're their own industry.
like the Beyonce fandom is
Oh, the Beehive
fucking.
or the Beyhive?
That's what they're called. Yeah, I'm not sure whether it's Bay or B.
It's
But either
both.
way, the
Either
Hive.
way, it's the Beehive. Queen
The,
Bay.
the
Queen
Hive
Bay.
it gets fucking bonkers at
They
times.
will
Like
kill
I
people. It's fucking
I used to
nuts.
work with this dude,
They're a cult.
and he was in like I made some comment one day, when I was leaving work, when I was like I quit and I was going to my current job, and I was sitting there talking with him and my current or my manager at the time, and I was like, look, y'all, it's all right. Look, I'll be your
Yeah.
Beyonce to your Destiny's Child, and he got pissed. He was like, first off, and I was like, okay,
Oh, oh,
put the
no, no,
claws away.
no, no, no. Take it back. Take it back. It is Beyhive. It is Bay.
It is Bay.
It is Bay.
Even
Yep.
worse. That sucks.
Because they're shortening it to Beyonce, not Beyonce. Yeah.
Gross. Kind
They're
of
Queen Bay.
gay hive.
That's a different movie.
I don't know. I've seen some of those fans.
Stay away from that, honey.
But either way, I'm gonna do a Beyonce dive.
A deep hive.
A deep hive, and figure out what's going on. I'm gonna go inside the hive and get to the bottom of it.
I don't know if you can technically be a Swiftie and in the Beyhive, so you might have to choose one when you come out.
So that's the weird thing. Is like
There's
is
so
like, 'cause I've
so
seen
much
people do
animosity.
that.
You can't be that way. No, because you can't be a part of one or the other because there's dude, it's rap beef, but with fucking bitches that make music instead. It's like you can't be a Beyonce fan and a Taylor Swift fan. Now you can like their music, but you can't be a fan of both because it's just that way.
Oh, I can't wait to accept that challenge.
Look, like I
I'm
said,
going to
you
both
can
concerts.
like them both, but you're not going to wear both merch. You're not going to have a closet full of their fucking T-shirts. No, I'm totally sending you some fucking Taylor Swift merch for
That's
Christmas.
what's happening this weekend,
I'm sending you some Taylor Swift jammies for fucking Christmas.
dude.
Full on
If you do,
onesie.
I will.
Full on
I will
onesie style.
I will wear it. I will wear it with pride, dude. I will wear that with my Beyonce T-shirt.
They'll come for you, one or the other, because they'll say like, "Oh, I see you're totally covered in Taylor, but you're only going to wear the T-shirt of Beyonce." Fuck you.
Oh.
Beyonce is so much bigger. She's been around so much longer than Tay Tay. Dude, I'm telling you, it's like that. It's fucking nuts.
They can try.
It's fucking
They can
nuts.
try.
Forget East Coast, West Coast. It's who's got who's got the curly or blonde hair at this point.
I'm trying to see who's going to get Tupac first.
Taylor, because she has less protection than Beyonce.
I don't know, man. You know, Puffy. You know, if you're a little close out there.
I don't know.
Beyonce
It depends on if she teams up with Kanye or not. If like I know they had the weird like okay, so how Kanye got in the middle of that's actually where the Taylor Swift Beyonce rivalry started, was because of Kanye.
Yeah, I remember. That actually changed my Facebook. Like I ended up unfriending people.
What?
Because it like, so the thing is, I don't care about these types of things.
Uh-huh.
And I had friends that were jumping on Facebook, writing these like as if they're screaming, and Kanye would see what they have to say.
Oh, well, of course,
like
yes.
Kanye, fuck you, da 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 da. So I was like, you know what, grow up. It's
Agreed.
not that deep. So I just started unfriending there are 3 people specifically. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and unfriend you because this is not real life.
No.
They don't care, and why should you care? But yeah, I remember that, and yeah, I guess since that moment, folks have been like kind of all like one or the other, and Kanye's just like, look, man, I'm just trying to be crazy.
And
That's
he's
all.
succeeding. He's still succeeding.
I love it.
Because I think Jay-Z might not want anything to do with him now, after all the craziness from the last year.
Yeah, I think that's the
Especially the
last I heard.
pro-Trump stuff. I think he's really, which I don't even think he's on that anymore. Because remember, he tried to run for president for 5 seconds.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
having Nick Fuentes as your guy is like, I don't think you're going to get very far there, buddy. For anybody who knows who Nick Fuentes is, you're not going to get very far.
yeah, I think that was the last time I heard anything about the whole Jay-Z involvement. He reached out to Kanye, and Kanye declined.
Yes,
and never heard anything since.
Yeah, so I mean, it's a good thing that Kanye is almost as rich as Jay-Z, alone, not with Beyonce, because together, come on, let's be honest here. But because there's so much money there that nobody even knows. But either way, it's like, yeah, I think if Jay-Z wanted Kanye disappeared, he probably could manage it. I don't think they would take out Taylor Swift, but they could disappear her career somehow. They could take her out probably politically, but not. It'd be harder to kill her because everybody would probably immediately think it was Beyonce. I don't know that there's either that or her old manager who stole all of her shit, Max, whatever. He fucked everybody else over. Fuck. And we've spent a long time, surprisingly, talking about Taylor Swift.
Thinking that. But we spent more time talking about Taylor Swift than we need to.
Well, the thing is, it's important. It is cultural relevance because, I mean, like her crazy movie that basically bumped The Exorcist out of its time slot, basically turned her into a billionaire. It's like she was close enough that movie sales for a tour movie turned her into a fucking billionaire. So good for her. I mean, Beyonce doesn't need the help realistically. She just wanted to make a movie like Tay-Tay did. So it is what it is. But there are other movie trailers out. See that nice segue there?
Segue.
And I'm going to... Okay, I realized what it sounds like. But there's a new Planet of the Apes trailer. That was not on purpose. That's just the way it laid out. Because we already talked about Echo earlier, so I was like, next one was fucking Planet of the Apes. Sorry, did not mean it that way. But I'm sure Bobby's happy. He gets more Planet of the Apes.
Apes.
Yes. So Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes teaser trailer, which is I don't think it's a teaser trailer when it's 1:40 long. It's like that's you're 20 seconds off from being a regular trailer. That's not a teaser anymore. And I'm gonna say it's probably the worst looking of the modern ones, only because like they pushed too far. They're like, okay, now you're like was it Rise of the Planet of the Apes, or was it whatever the last one was, the third in the trilogy?
War.
That was War. Okay, I couldn't remember which. So it was Rise. Was the first one Dawn? No, I think it was Rise then Dawn.
Rise then Dawn. Yeah.
And then War. So War was fan-fucking-tastic, and like the apes, considering none of them are real, are fucking amazing. Even the ones that talk. This one, it's like, and maybe it's just because we're watching the YouTube version, because YouTube fucking does, turn shit down a bit. But watching it on a big goddamn fucking screen in a theater, it might look perfect. Or it could be there's a teaser trailer and it's not 100% polished. It's at like 95.
Maybe.
Because it's the same problem where they've gone a little too far in their CG. It's like, we hit realistic, and then we kept going. It's like, no, you're out of the valley. It's like you went the wrong way, buddy. It's like because I think there's not enough direct human. I mean, there is in the movie, so we actually see it. It does look a lot more like it's leading towards the original Planet of the Apes. They've got like ape society built up in like cities. Humans are basically like cavemen. They're enslaving humanity in ways. But then you've got the apes are divergent into different societies and that kind of shit. Which I think is what's going to break it a little bit, because even in War, they weren't like, they were still very ape-like. This is like significantly more human-like. Like they're speaking without any kind of issues.
Yes.
It's like, at least within the other one, while they could speak English, they only spoke English realistically with humans. they use sign language with each other for the most part to communicate. They could talk to each other, but also different apes communicated differently. That's why, like, the one asshole who was the bonobo, I forgot his name, basically betrayed Caesar, but he, like, didn't speak very clearly, but he could. Where Caesar, being the first one who could, he could speak really fucking cleanly. No problem. He just was kind of out of practice. And I don't think this has to be far enough along that I don't think this is Caesar's son or anything else like that. But I'm not sure. It's several generations into the future, so who knows?
Yeah.
But I mean, I'll watch it. I'm not gonna not watch it. It looks fucking good. It's just funny that we've basically rebuilt the Planet of the Apes franchise from the ground up, and we just keep making it work. Are you using your microphone to push your glasses up? Did I just see you do that? I've been wondering what you were doing. It's the first time I saw you do it. I just saw you bow. I was like, okay. He's like, yes.
No, Sarah's excited about it. But no, I agree. It looks weird. The CG looks really weird.
Yeah.
And though I do want to see this, and I will see it, hopefully, like you said, maybe this is just because it's a teaser. This isn't polished yet, and this is just kind of we'll get to the final product, hopefully.
Or it's too polished. That's the other problem. It could be too polished and where it doesn't look. It's around the eyes and the skin tone that make the biggest difference. They mastered hair a long time ago, but like the first time we really see Caesar like riding horses in the snow in war, like nothing beats that fucking scene. I mean, later on when he's got the fucking war paint on and shit like that, and they're fighting through the trees. I mean, I want to rewatch this movie now. Yeah. Like it looks. The funny thing is, it looks closer to the first one than it does to the last one, in terms of CGI, which is weird because it was good in the first one, but it wasn't really perfected. And if Andy Serkis isn't involved, I don't know that he isn't. I just don't know if he is. If he's not, I'm going to be upset because I feel like he makes the franchise.
I thought, well, I don't know. I haven't heard anything about this one, but I thought that, he had moved on from the franchise after the last one. I mean, thought.
Maybe. But so many other people are good at it now. He trained so many fucking people to be ape-like. But now they're more human-like, so I don't know. We'll see what happens. They're probably walking more upright. Because, the weird part is, of course, original Planet of the Apes is people in costume, so it's at some point they have to become significantly more human-like. Their legs have to get longer. They have to start walking more upright, shit like that. That's millions of years of evolution. This is only probably like, let's see, several generations, could be like maybe 100 years, give or take, since war. And because the assume the simian flu not only killed more people but devolved so many more now. At this point. So I don't know. I'll watch it. It is what it is.
Yeah. I'll check though. Yep.
Yeah, we'll watch it. I mean, maybe not in theater, but we'll see. I could be convinced.
Sarah, the first thing she said, I texted her the trailer. She goes, "How many movies have we seen since the kid has been born? Like just us?" And I was like, "I think one, maybe two." She was like, "We'll go see this." I was
I'm trying to remember when it is supposed to come out. I'm sure it says Memorial Day. Got it.
Yeah, I was gonna say Memorial Day, I believe.
I mean, I was just watching the thing. I don't pay attention to other shit. That's a good Memorial Day weekend movie. I mean, like I think
something
pretty solid.
Something else was coming out that week. I mean, that's obviously the big weekend, but there's something Sophie and I just looked at, and she was excited about, and it was Memorial Day weekend. I was like, "Oh, okay, that's cool." Whatever it was, I don't remember.
I'll go find out.
Like I can't even begin to think what it might be, just because it's like, what would we have seen that she's excited about too? The only thing she's really excited about is like Trolls and Sing and
Yeah, I don't know if that one's going to be as good. The new Trolls. I never saw the last one.
So I saw the last one. I didn't care for the last one. My daughter she loves just Trolls in general.
Yeah.
This one I'm more interested in than the last one, but they kept giving shit away in the trailer. It's stop. Like we don't need to know that. Just save that for the movie. Never mind. Okay, I don't need to see the movie now.
Cool. My brain's being dumb. Memorial Day. That's May. Yeah.
May. Yeah.
That weekend, Furiosa and Garfield. so far.
I don't know that.
I mean, the new Garfield might be good. Wait, that's the one with Chris Pratt as Garfield. So
I have not seen anything about that.
yeah, I don't know. I don't even think there's a trailer or anything yet. I could be wrong. But Furiosa, that might be worth a watch. That's the prequel to Mad Max Fury Road.
That Sophie and I definitely didn't watch that trailer.
No, I doubt that. Deadpool 3 is beginning of May. I mean, some of these could be.
But that's getting supposedly pushed.
Yeah, they got pushed a little bit. Well, I mean, everything Disney got pushed, so we'll see.
I think they said they might be flip-flopping that with Captain America now because Captain America is done.
Yeah.
And that was the original spot for Captain America anyway. And Deadpool was supposed to already be out. And then, the original push, one of the original pushes, then they're like, okay, that's going to be May. And then they're like, they're not even done. Yeah. They're not even close to done with Deadpool now. This
list was dropped yesterday. So these are accurate up till now. This is an entire list of every movie so far that we know is coming next year. This is Movie Insider. It includes Echo, which is a TV show, so that's fine. Wait, they're doing a Mean Girls? Oh, come on, why?
Yeah,
why?
Yeah, I did see that.
And that's coming out my birthday weekend. Fuck off. Wait, anything else coming out then?
I'll see it.
Lights Out.
Lights Out?
I don't know. Wait, isn't there a different movie called Lights Out? Or am I thinking?
Yeah, there was a horror movie, Lights Out. Is there another?
It must be something. I don't know. It says Universal Theaters comes out January 12th. No idea. Some of these I've not even remotely heard of. Cowboy Bebop the movie. Why?
Wait, what?
The series failed so hard. Why would they be making a movie?
Yeah, that's not okay.
I mean, probably it's not Netflix done, so it should be okay. See here. I'm just looking through, see if there's anything. The Chosen season 4. That's kind of cool. The fact that show keeps going is good. Lisa Frankenstein. Oh my god, I saw the fucking trailer for that at FNAF. I can't say that I hate it. But it took me a minute to figure out the name. I'm like, why did they go with that name? And then I realized the style. I was like, I get it. Lisa Frankenstein is like totally fucking makes sense now. And I think that's what's his face. I had his name 2 seconds ago and I forgot it. Nicholas Hoult, I believe, is the Frankenstein in that movie. She basically builds herself a perfect boyfriend.
Yes. Yep. I do recall hearing something about that.
Yeah, it doesn't look terrible. Oh shit! I didn't know we were getting a sequel to Blood and Honey, the Winnie the Pooh horror movie. We got a sequel. It's coming out in February.
So that is official. Yeah,
so that's of course Valentine's weekend.
Nice.
And Bob Marley movie. Didn't know that was coming.
I'm interested in that.
I'll watch it.
I saw the trailer somewhere, and I was like, I'm in. I'll check it out. Sure.
They're saying Dune Part 2 is March, but I thought that got pushed, so we'll see.
Yeah, I thought it was later in the year, but
yeah. Okay. Or no, I think it was supposed to drop. Oh no, it was supposed to drop this year in December. It got pushed to March.
Yeah,
it was supposed to be Christmas time. That's right. Kung Fu Panda 4. Didn't even know that was coming. That's in March 29th. Ghostbusters Afterlife 2, which is not the actual name of it, that's also end of March. I'm interested to see where they go with that because there's so many theories, and I enjoyed Afterlife. I also got fucking torn to shreds in the fucking comments on one of my theory videos on that, so I never did another one. Well, basically, I said that if you watch the movie, it eliminates Ghostbusters 2 and the Xbox game from canon. Because they don't reference either of those things at all in the movie, and there's no reason why any of the other shit would make sense. Like why Egon would downgrade the Ecto-1 back to how it was in movie 1 instead of going, because in canon the Ecto-1 original broke down and they replaced it. The one in number 2 is a completely separate car because the first one broke down on the Brooklyn Bridge and they didn't fix it. So the fact that he's got the Ecto-1, the original, not A, is weird. And then a lot of the other technology makes no sense that he wouldn't keep the slime tech. He wouldn't keep a lot of the other advancements they had. He took none of that with him when he fucking left and went on his spree in Oklahoma. I was like, that makes no fucking sense. Like I've made this entire list as to why that it eliminates Ghostbusters 2 in the game, especially the game. It 100% removes the game from canon. And the game was canon with the Xbox game. or Xbox 360 game was canon to the original universe, and then the Afterlife 100% removes it because the guy who fucking releases Gozer dies and gets destroyed in that. Look at you. Yes. Godzilla vs. Kong drops in April, the new one, which we've seen fucking nothing of since then. Untitled Monsters film. What?
Huh?
I don't know. It just says Untitled Monsters film. I have no idea if it's from Universal. No
I
idea.
hate that.
It's something.
They just say untitled something film. It's like, then you may as well just say movie.
Unless that's actually the movie. It's a movie about making monster movies. Bad Boys 4? What? Why?
Yeah, I've been hearing things about that, but I didn't know if that was actually a thing that was supposed to happen.
Middle of summer, June.
I hope not.
And with Inside Out 2, which I also feel it doesn't need a sequel. That movie was fine on its own.
No. Yeah,
Despicable Me 4 comes out in July. I'm on board for that. I love the Despicable Me franchise.
Sophie will be excited.
Dude, I like the Minions. I like Gru. I like all of it. It's fucking fun.
I watched them. Well, they're on in my presence. I don't necessarily watch them. I don't care one way or the other.
Yeah.
But we'll go see it.
Okay, so they've got Brave New World, which I still believe New World Order sounded better, dropping in July. So they didn't switch the Deadpool and that one on this.
So
list.
they said that was
likely
potential just because Deadpool wasn't completed yet. It was not even close to being complete.
True.
So they're like, but Captain America is complete.
Yeah, they're just hopefully they're not doing many reshoots.
And that was supposed to be the original release date anyway, where Deadpool is currently.
Okay. Speak No Evil. I wonder what that might be. Borderlands, Alien Romulus. That sounds like a weird name, but I'm down for more Alien movies.
Okay.
Crazy.
Yeah. Is that the Hulu joint, or is that going to theater?
That's theaters. That one says it's going to theaters. So, because I know they were doing like two separate situations. Because I think that series got canceled or something. Something happened there. Last I checked.
Okay.
Craven. We know that movie's never coming out. Even though it should damn near be done. Transformers 1. So that's eventually coming out in September. So the Beetlejuice 2 right before that, which once again don't feel that need to ever be made. But that's me. Joker 2 drops in October. So that might be worth it. Yep. Smile 2. Okay.
Not needed. I mean, maybe if you want to go deeper into the lore, but I don't think it's needed.
I mean, are any movies really needed? Just kidding.
No. But I mean, it's like when they're building at least onto the lore of something. It's like, okay, that's fine. Maybe it's not needed, but it's like it fits. Whereas like sometimes they just do a sequel because it's like, hey, this made a lot of money. Like, come up with something.
Agreed. What else here? Gladiator 2. That sounds like bullshit. I don't think that's going to Wicked. I'm interested to see what's going on there. I wonder if that's Wicked as in the stage play. But because I mean that's basically what the Wizard of Oz movie was. What was it? Yeah, that was basically Wicked, but with less music. But I mean, if they want to do a proper Wicked movie, I mean, I wouldn't be upset at it. One of the few like musical type things I can enjoy to a degree, because normally I hate musicals. Apparently, there's a Lord of the Rings movie dropping.
Oh, I did hear something about that.
War of the Rohirrim.
Wait, this year?
Next year.
Next year, you mean?
Like December, like way late.
I did see something like about another Lord of the Rings coming, but I thought that was like down the line.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's pretty far. I mean, it's more than a year away. But who knows? It might get dropped. But I didn't even know they had anything there. War of the Rohirrim. So that's just inserted at some point. Karate Kid sequel. Whoop-de-doo. Sonic the Hedgehog 3. I can live with it. No, there's nothing even remotely leading up to that just yet. So we'll see. Wait, the last one ended with Shadow as the teaser, but I don't remember if they're actually going to get anywhere with that.
Yeah.
Thunderbolts. Yay. Eventually. I'm on board for the Thunderbolts because I like everybody who's involved. I was like,
yeah, I'm interested, but I think right now with most of the Marvel films, like I'm just like, when it hits Disney Plus, I'll keep it.
That's fucking December. They have so much time to change everything, so it doesn't matter. Although,
Yeah.
okay, so to be announced. So things that are on the list, but no idea where to stick them. New Fantastic Beasts movie, continuing that story. I'm on board. Next, Beyond the Spiderverse, also on board because that movie was fucking awesome. I can't believe I waited so long to watch it. The Strangers trilogy. Strangers, is that a horror
Yeah,
franchise?
the Strangers from
Suspense.
2008. They
Oh
did
wow,
another
we're
they
going.
did a sequel,
I didn't know
and
that.
now they're rebooting after the sequel that just came out in 2018 or 2019.
Oh, I didn't know about
So
that.
now they're doing a full reboot to a
Oh,
trilogy.
that's right. Okay, I remember this. I do remember this now. I didn't watch it, but I remember that. Okay, interesting. I have a sneeze coming. Fuck. Damn it, it's stuck. Yeah, fixed it. Okay. I don't have any clue what this is, but I like the title of it. The Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare.
All right, I'm in.
It's a cool title. It just says war. It's a war. It's a war type movie. George A. Romero's Resident Evil documentary. Interesting.
Huh.
Key
I'm in.
13 films. I have no idea what's going on there. Beautiful Wedding. There's just all kinds of first time female director. What the fuck? I have no idea. Avatar: The Last Airbender. I am on board because I've started to see the stuff coming out for that on Netflix. So they're actually the live action series done by the original creators to fucking undo what Shyamalan did to everything. So the fact that it's still that there's no release date for that coming, so I'm excited. I know some people are criticizing the way some of the characters look. So I'm like, go back and look at the fucking Last Airbender and tell me anything about how these characters look. It's like Aang's the only one that looks weird because like they did it like a literal translation from the cartoon, so his arrow tattoo is like really bold, like a blue tattoo on a kid's forehead. At least the other one did like the cool line work and mandala stuff going on, which it looked normal and real. So it's like there's a weird in between that somewhere between cartoon accuracy and live action. I forgot the other movie trailer that I had listed here, the Fall Guy movie. Who saw that fucking coming?
Yeah. But I saw like not even like trailers or clips. I just saw like, little like memes for it. I was like, what the fuck? Like,
I used to
all
watch
right.
a Fall Guy as a kid. Like I had no idea what it was about, but I remember dude with cool Chevy truck and like
So when you sent that to me, I was thinking about that. I was like, I remember watching Fall Guy as a kid, and then I was gonna be like, do you know what the Fall Guy was about? Because I don't know what the Fall Guy was
it
about, but
was a
I just
stunt
watched it as
dude,
a
yeah.
kid.
But also
Well, I
like
knew it was a
the
stunt man.
theme. Actually, you know what?
Yeah, the theme.
Let me pull that up right quick because I got Magnum PI in my head, but I remember Fall
You would jump
Guy.
from a tall building, and I don't remember the rest. But I'm the unknown stunt man to get made Eastwood look so good.
I love that you're singing it.
Like,
Okay, let me play
oh,
it
I
here.
go.
Oh, did you look her up?
Oh yeah,
Heather Thomas. Well,
I'm proud of her.
now I'm gonna Google Heather Thomas real quick. But either way, like, yeah, because I remember that intro. Maybe I just, for some reason, I have more of a Magnum PI track in my head when I remember that. But I'm going to go look up Heather Thomas right quick. Because I'm sure she was in other things. Dude, how old is she?
I don't 50. She was born in 57, so 100.
If we math, yeah, that's 66. It says it right there.
I was gonna say I
Damn,
could just
even
click
at 60 something,
here. Hmm.
I wouldn't walk
Good
away.
for her.
But oh my God. Like,
So proud of her.
oh yeah, we're doing a podcast. Okay, that's right. But her and Heather,
You are.
her or Heather Locklear at that time.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah.
mean, damn.
And Heather Locklear into the Melrose Place days.
God damn.
People thought they're like, okay, she's done. I was like, no, she's not.
I mean, she's done now.
Yeah.
Yeah, she didn't last super long, but man, whatever happened to Heather Thomas? We're gonna have to do a deep dive.
She is current. I think it says 78 to 98. She was active. Then she came back in 2013 to present. So what are you doing, Heather?
I wonder if she'll have a cameo.
I hope that. I just feel like that's you kind of have to. Well, you don't have to, but it's like it would be nice.
Dude, even this picture on her IMDb is just, or no, I'm sorry, a wiki. That's from '08, and she's still hot as shit there.
Oh yeah,
That's crazy.
she was in the Swamp Thing series in '92.
No shit. I watched a little bit of that.
Let's see, what were the more recent things? Girls.
A 2014 Girl Trash All Night Long.
Yeah, that's what I got here. That's the most recent.
That's the most recent, and that's a big gap. Really,
it says
big gap.
active as of 2013 to present. So
They probably wouldn't have her on there. I mean, we could go check out. Oh, she's done a whole bunch of other stuff in life. Let me go check out the Fall Guy movie and go see if she's in the credits. Real easy.
yeah, true.
Because they give all that shit away. All you got to do is IMDb, and you find out, all the spoilers for who the fuck's in the movie. Although, if Emily Blunt is kind of playing her character, I mean, I'm still not mad at it.
Yeah, no, absolutely. But she's adorable,
Yeah.
Emily Blunt. It's like I don't look at her like like oh my gosh, she's like Margot Robbie, but I think she looks really like sweet and wholesome.
Yeah.
It's like she bakes really good cookies. I bet.
Yeah, I'm sure she's a good mom. I will say
that's.
I'm sure Jim is a lucky man.
Jim is happy.
Why she's not playing Sue Storm and him playing fucking Reed Richards, I have no fucking clue. But I do like Aaron Taylor Johnson also getting to continue to be just jacked as fuck in this movie, even though his character is like minimum. But also I feel like the trailer literally gave away the whole fucking movie. Unless there's a lot of shit that they're just not giving us. It felt like the trailer was the whole movie.
I agree. That's what I just assumed.
Yeah. Oh, and Lee Majors is cameoing. So Lee Majors is in it, so that's good. So they got him at least.
I was like, if he has to. If he's, I didn't know he was still alive.
I did.
Good. I'm happy.
I did not either. So I mean, that's good that
he died.
Yeah.
Because I always felt like he was old when I was a kid.
He was. He's just good. He's good at being old, I suppose. For lack of a better term. I'm just going through the full cast list because sometimes they'll bury a name.
He is 84 years old.
And still fucking kicking.
Good for him.
Yep, I do not see Heather, so sad day. Maybe she just decided to not do it. I mean, we got Teresa Palmer, actually, who was more likely playing her character. So, I mean, still not mad. Oh, it doesn't have the character names. That's funny. Some of them, they don't have their name at all. They're just like, somebody who's in the movie. Wink, wink, wink.
Lee Majors the second.
Lee Major 2.
Yes. He has a son. He's 61. And it says actor - Lee Majors' son.
His son is also an actor?
Yes.
That's crazy. So, yeah, he did $6 Million Man, Fall Guy. Lee Majors.
Yeah, those are the two things I remember.
Of course. I mean, of all things, you would definitely remember. But I'm sure he was.
Yeah.
Well, hell, Lee Majors was in one episode of Fuller House at some point. Crazy. So, I mean, he's still active doing bullshit.
I'm sure Sarah knows.
Yeah.
Sarah loves watching
It's okay to not have to watch that. Oh, by the way, I love that Hulu is pushing the shit out of the new Hunger Games prequel. I was like, that movie looks like trash. I was like, I'm sorry.
So I initially felt like when I saw the first trailer, I was like, I have no interest in this. I bought Sarah the book because she was interested. She's reading the book and she's like, it's really good. Yeah. And I saw another trailer. I was like, you know what? I'm in, not theater in, but I'll see this one. I read the books. Well, I read the first 2 books and a quarter of the third book, and I was just like, I don't think I'm interested. Like the third book was more dealing with the war and politics, and I was like, I'm out.
Yeah. It very much was Star Wars prequels. But I mean, that was the whole point, realistically. It was a revolution, so at some point you got to have the politics of it. But this is
absolutely.
This is a prequel starring the fucking evil ass president from the future and how he got there, but also it's got Rachel Zegler, which means this movie's going to tank because nobody wants to see shit with her in it right now. Even Disney doesn't want to have her movie come out with him in it. Oh, that was part of the news I was going to discuss before we go. Go ahead.
No, if they were doing a prequel for the Hunger Games, I wanted to see Willie Harrelson's character. I want to see when he won. Yeah, I wanted to see that story. I don't care about Snow.
Fuck that. And it's also like 60 years ago because it's like the third Hunger Games. So it's like, no, I want to see like 20 years ago. I want to see like full on fucking enslavement, whatever nonsense that they've got going on.
Now,
Like we're
the
not even
stuff
going to
that
see.
Sarah is like the stuff that she's explaining from what she's reading does sound interesting.
Yeah.
But I still want a different. I want that other story though,
Like-
because I want to see why he's so jaded. Like I want to know about that character.
Well,
Was he always this way? Did the Hunger Games change him?
I
Like,
agree.
what did he do? Like he won the Hunger Games. Like
That should
how
be a
does that go down?
series, not a movie. It's like I don't want.
Oh,
four,
yeah.
I don't want 4 movies. Just fucking make it a series. It's like I think I'm at this point. I'm like,
Yeah.
certain stories need to be told in longer form content, or
Mhm.
yeah, that's what I mean, longer form content.
I agree.
And like, it's just like, come on, and also like, the hard part is like when they made that movie, they didn't know Rachel Ziegler was going to be a problem, and now she was a problem for Disney and turned it into a problem for them by, because now people go, oh, that cunt. I'm not seeing that movie, and
I honestly, when I saw the most recent trailer, I recognized that it was her, and I was like, okay.
yeah,
Like,
I mean, some people won't care by any means, but other people are literally like, don't want to have anything to do with it. I mean, and it's hard when you tank a movie before it even gets a chance to get off its feet, and it'll make money, but it'll still bomb because nobody cares. It's a movie outside of the characters we cared about.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna do as well as they expect it to do. I think they're trying to sell off the name The Hunger Games, but the thing is, what sold The Hunger Games was that story that they had with Jennifer Lawrence.
It was really just Jennifer
wise
Lawrence.
and yeah,
The Fappening.
Well, yeah.
The Fappening sold The Hunger Games. Let's be honest here.
I was trying to think is like, well, Jennifer Lawrence and
No, it was just
her rise.
And look, she got a rise out of all of us.
Mhm.
Well, at least one
And she-
one corner of the internet did.
And skied all over her face. Which Steve hates to hear.
And look, I still appreciate looking at her. She's a
Yeah.
we did watch a movie with her. It was called. She just had a movie come out. I think it's on Netflix.
No hard feelings.
Yeah, No Hard Feelings, and like
Yeah, butt naked.
that. I bet it was a body double. 100% bet.
No, it was her. No, it was her.
really. It was.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I didn't believe that. I was looking for.
Well, then these days, yeah, with all the CG, the way you can do CGI now, it
Yeah.
could be. But I mean,
It-
I was just excited about the fight scene.
the naked fight on the beach was fucking nuts, dude. Like
The naked was a bonus, but the fight was like, oh my
didn't
god!
she suplex a dude? Like she's like naked,
Yes.
just fucking suplexes a guy on the beach. I mean, like she played a fucking asshole in that movie too, and like,
Oh yeah, she
but
was
also,
great.
like,
I might watch that now.
I love the idea of a 30-something-year-old trying to date a fucking modern day 18-year-old. It's like, oh, that's fucking weird. I'm young
Actually,
and
I like this
cool.
version of when he played Hall and Oates on the piano. I like that version.
Oh no,
I'm
that
like,
was
maybe-
fantastic. Actually, I was
It's
like,
like-
is he really doing that? I'm like, he did. I'm like,
it was good.
yeah, and I like by the end is like the outcome you expected from another quote unquote teen movie didn't happen. It was just a completely like more of a realistic movie. I was like, huh,
Mhm.
interesting. I was like, didn't expect it to go this way. But also, we all kind of like at the end, I'm like, it's a fucking waste if he doesn't get to fuck her. It's like that's my old teen movie situation. I'm like, okay, well, never mind. It is what it is. But like, it was hilarious that she made him like puke, and all he took was an ibuprofen. She thought he took like Molly or something. He's just like ibuprofen and drinking. He's like, I shouldn't have done it. It's so funny. This movie was so dumb, but I laughed at it. But the
I don't know. Yeah,
was-
I don't. Yeah,
it,
we watched. It was just like we're not sure why we're watching this, but
it was
it was
there.
like enjoyable.
It was there, and
enjoyable.
it's Jennifer. So I mean, it's J Law. Sometimes.
Oh no, it's because of the trailer when they're at the at the game. And the little kid is shooting the basketball, and she like blocks the ball.
Yeah,
And I was like,
Fuck
I
you.
like me, Jennifer
Yeah.
Lawrence.
yeah. When I saw that scene, I was like, this is Dante. Like, I think I might have said it out loud. I was like, I was gonna see if there was a meme and send it to you. Because I was like, yeah, I can see. Because you talked to me about before about fucking with that one kid playing SSX Tricky and just say, fuck you, kid. And I was just like, yeah, this is Dante, 100%. Fuck you.
I did that last Wednesday at Dave and Buster's. I take the Dave and Buster's because the game was over. So
Yeah.
there's just like, the ball is just there. So you're trying to shoot
Just
the
chuck
balls
'em.
back in.
Yeah.
So when he was on his last one, I looked at him and just blocked the shit out of it.
Fuck you.
And he was like, I really hate you right now. And I was like, yeah, whatever, dude. Then,
It's okay.
Then I
hate
took
me
him to
too.
McDonald's.
Yeah.
I took him to McDonald's and he goes, Dante, I love you.
It's the dichotomy of Dante.
Yeah.
I mean, you send me some really fucked up videos sometimes, and I return in kind by sending you like cute, adorable like cheetah kittens or something.
Hey, I like the kitten videos.
Yeah.
They're fun.
I didn't know cheetahs made those sounds. But just real quick, because we are running out of time here.
Yeah, I'm about to get yelled at.
Yeah, you're about to get yelled at, so I'm trying to wrap it up. Just real quick, Disney actually did the right thing and decided to take Snow White back to the drawing board and fix the fucking movie to be released in 2025 instead of 2024. And we've already begun to see things that like, oh, we're going to actually do dwarves instead of 7 magical persons of nondescript gender. And it's like, wait a minute. So Disney heard the backlash from people and actually decided to fix a thing that they were dead set on doing. And it's like, and then now we see Marvel following suit in so many series and movies. They're like, okay, this is garbage. We're starting over. They're like, instead of just blowing billions of dollars and just saying fuck it, or hundreds of millions, they just said, you know what, we're actually going to fix this. We'll take the time. We'll put out a better movie. We might remove Rachel Ziegler. And then, we're not going to compete directly with Daily Wire. It's like, I love that. They're like, Daily Wire can make their own movie and put it out, and we'll put out the Disney Snow White and nail it, hopefully nail it on the actual release date. But with Daredevil being completely starting over, Blade looking like it's starting over, some of these other Marvel things are potentially being rewritten to avoid Jonathan Majors being in it, which good luck with that. Once again, we talked about that earlier. It's like, just make another fucking Kang. It's like, if he comes back, even better, because then we'll get a surprise if he comes back to the role later to fucking be like, no, I'm the real Kang. That kind of situation. I'd be on board for it.
I wonder if Lee Majors, was messing around and, that's his son, Jonathan.
I mean, his other son, because we know there's Lee Majors 2. Maybe it's actually Lee Majors 2. It's his son.
Hey, doesn't matter. He's in the family.
Yeah, he does his own stunts. But either way, we're going to go ahead and wrap it up there. I had a big topic, but I'll save that because some crazy shit happened today in the world. Some crazy information came out in the world. Crazy shit's always happening. But we'll save that topic for a later date. And either way, of course, thanks to Dante for coming and joining me again on somewhat short notice.
Glad to be here.
Yes. Gotcha. And of course, go check out all his links. Go follow all his podcasts and stuff like that, except for Colompton. I mean, I love Colompton. You might not.
The Colompton links have been changed up a little bit because I fucked up. So
okay. Well, if you got new links, I'll need them.
Yeah, I'll send it over.
Send me a link tree. Send me a link tree, Dante. So either way, go check out his stuff, and of course, go subscribe to all the Shoky stuff. You can write into the show with topics and/or questions and/or other things. Whatever, yeah, write into the show. Give us stuff to talk about, by all means. Give us top fives. I'm trying to do top fives at some point, because those are always fun, and Ricky never stays within the fucking rules.
Of course not.
Of course not. It's like, you know the man. But either way, guys, we'll see you next week. Hopefully, I'll be able to capture a whole bunch of my co-hosts for episode 75, because like every 25, we try to gather everybody up, and we'll hopefully make that happen. We'll see. But until then, guys, okay, bye.
Bye, y'all.
I'm offended by your use of the word.
I see her rolling up, Uber black Cadillac, high heel boots and a sexy body full of tats.